Mo kí gbogbo ọmọ Yorùbá jákèjádò àgbálá ayé. Mo kí gbogbo èèyàn ọmọ aládé pátápátá, a kú dédé àsìkò yìí, a kú ìsinmi òní, ọba mi Èdùmàrè á jẹ́ kí ìsinmi tó pọ̀ bá wa nílé ayé o. Ẹ̀yin olólùfẹ́ mi, ètò tòní, ètò tó máa lágbára díẹ̀ ni o. Èmi nìkan kọ́ ni mo dẹ̀ wá. Bàbá mi, brọ́dà mi, Àdìgún Mákọ̀júọlá, tí wọ́n jẹ́ agbẹnusọ fún ilẹ̀ Oòduà pátápátá káǹfàtà nílé àti lókè òkun fún ìjàǹgbara ìdásílẹ̀ orílẹ̀-èdè Yorùbá. Àwọn náà ń bẹ pẹ̀lú wa ní orí ìkànnì yìí. A fẹ́ bẹnu bà àwọn nǹkan kan ní orí prógráàmù tòní. Ẹ̀yin èèyàn wa, bí ẹ bá ṣe wá ń wọlé, gẹ́gẹ́ bí ìṣe yín, gẹ́gẹ́ bí àṣejọ máa ń ṣe, ẹ bá wa share ètò yìí ní kíákíá, kẹ́ ẹ jẹ́ kó tètè go viral, kó lè tètè kan ibi tó yẹ kó kàn. Ẹ jẹ́ kí a play national anthem wa ká fi ráyè wọlé sínú ètò náà. Bẹ́ẹ̀ bá ṣe ń wọlé, ẹ máa share ètò yìí lọ. Ẹ ṣé àdúpẹ́ o.
Mo jẹ́ ẹ̀jẹ́ fún orílẹ̀-èdè mi ilẹ̀ Odùduwà tó ń ṣàn fún wàrà àti fún oyin, ilẹ̀ tó kún fún àwọn akọni ọgbọ́n, ètò àti òye. Mo ṣe ìlérí gẹ́gẹ́ bí ọmọ ológo ilẹ̀ adúláwọ̀, ìtànṣán oòrùn láti la ayé já nílẹ̀ Áfíríkà, láti gbé ilẹ̀ Odùduwà lárugẹ. Mo pinnu láti fìmọ̀ ṣọ̀kan fún ìlọsíwájú ìran Yorùbá. Mo fọwọ́ sọ̀yà pé n kò ní dalẹ̀ tàbí ṣọ̀tẹ̀ sí ìṣọ̀kan àti ìtẹ̀síwájú orílẹ̀-èdè mi ilẹ̀ Odùduwà. Èmi yóò fi gbogbo ipá, ọkàn, iṣẹ́, ọgbọ́n àti ìṣe mi sin orílẹ̀-èdè mi ní òtítọ́ àti lódodo títí ọjọ́ ayé mi. Gbogbo ìyànjú àwọn akọni tó ti lọ kò ní já sófo láti ọwọ́ mi títí dé ìrandíran tí ń bọ̀ lẹ́yìn. Mo ṣe ìlérí pé ẹ̀sìn tàbí ìṣèlú kò ní yà wá nílẹ̀ Odùduwà. Tó bá wáyé bẹ́ẹ̀, mo lè lo ọkàn ẹ̀jẹ̀ tó kù sára mi láti fi ṣègbè àti jàjàgbara fún orílẹ̀-èdè mi. Ilẹ̀ Odùduwà, ìran Yorùbá, èdè kan, àṣà kan àti ìṣe kan ló so wá pọ̀ láéláé lágbára Elédùwà.
Àṣẹ, àṣẹ, àṣẹ bàbá mi tẹ́ntẹ́n, Olúmike Ọbalọ́lá JP. Mo kí gbogbo ẹ̀yin olólùfẹ́ mi, a kú ìsinmi tòní. Ẹ jẹ́ ká sáré fìbà fún Olódùmarè, ọba tẹ́rẹrẹ kárí ayé. Olódùmarè, a dúpẹ́ lọ́wọ́ rẹ nítọjọ́ tòní, torí pé ọjọ́ kí ojú wa ó mọjọ́ tòní. Láti tún bẹ̀rẹ̀ prógráàmù tòní, Ọlọ́run ayérayé ó mà ṣeun o. A dúpẹ́ lọ́wọ́ rẹ fún oore tó ṣe nínú ayé wa. A dúpẹ́ fún ààbò yín lórí ẹnì kọ̀ọ̀kan wa. A dúpẹ́ fún gbogbo àwa tá à ń jìjàǹgbara yìí, ẹ jẹ́ kí ìkọ̀kọ̀ ó kú nínú wa. O jẹ́ ká sọnù sójú ọ̀nà. O jẹ́ kí ìbànújẹ́ ó jẹ́ tiwa. Àwa dúpẹ́ fún gbogbo àwọn olólùfẹ́ wa káàkiri àgbálá ayé tá a jọ ń fẹ́ Yorùbá nation. A dúpẹ́ fún ààbò yín nínú ayé wọn. Ọlọ́run ayérayé ẹ mà ṣé o. Bàbá wa, ẹ gbọ́ ọpẹ́ wa o. Olódùmarè, ẹ gba ìyìn wa o. Yorùbá nation wa yìí gan, ọwọ́ rẹ la fi lé Olódùmarè. Ìwọ la fẹ́ kó wá gbàkóso, ìwọ la fẹ́ kó wá gbà á fún wa. Olódùmarè, ẹ̀yin náà lẹ gbé ìrìn àjò yìí dìde. A dẹ̀ mọ̀ pé ẹ̀yin náà lẹ máa bá wa yọrí ẹ̀. Ayérayé wa yọrí ẹ̀ ní kíákíá kó gba orílẹ̀-èdè yìí fún wa. Ká lè máa yìn ọ́, ká lè máa gbé ọ̀gá. Gbogbo àwa tá à ń jà fún náà kí ẹ̀mí wa ó mọjọ́ náà. Jésù Kristi agbára wa. àmín. Àwọn lídà wa Olódùmarè bá wa dáàbò yín bò wọ́n o, fìṣọ́ yín ṣọ́ wọn. Jésù Kristi agbára wa, àmín. Ẹ̀yin èèyàn mi, a ní pẹ́ púpọ̀ lórí ètò yìí lónìí nítorí àlejò wa ń bẹ, ẹ jẹ́ ká gbé wọn wọlé, pápápá la fẹ́ ṣe é. Bàbá wa Àdìgún Mákànjúọlá, ẹ bá wa kí gbogbo ọmọ Yorùbá jákèjádò àgbáláyé kó tó di pé a ti ẹnu bọ ohun tó gbé wa wá sí orí ìkànnì yìí lónìí fún gbogbo àwọn ọmọ kóòtù òjíire. Ẹ bá wa kí gbogbo ọmọ Yorùbá, ẹ bá wa kí wọn jákèjádò àgbáláyé, ẹ bá wa kí wọn. Happy Sunday, sir.
Ẹ̀yin ọmọ káàárọ̀ oòjíire, ẹ̀yin ọmọ aládé, ẹ̀yin ọmọ akin, ẹ̀yin tó jẹ́ pé nítorí yín ni Ọlọ́run ṣe dá ilẹ̀ aláwọ̀ dúdú. Àwa gangan ni cradle of black civilization. Níbikíbi tẹ́ bá wà, mo dúpẹ́ lọ́wọ́ yín fún gbogbo akitiyan àti selfless services tẹ́ ẹ̀ ń rẹ́ńdà fún orílẹ̀-èdè yín, orílẹ̀-èdè Yorùbá. Ọlọ́run Elédùmarè tó specially tó dá àwa ẹ̀yà Yorùbá sílẹ̀ kò ní jẹ́ káwọn ọ̀tá pa wá run.
Àṣẹ o.
Níbikíbi tẹ́ bá wà, ẹ máa rí ṣe, ọ̀nà yẹn á máa là, owó á máa jẹ́ tiyín, promotion á máa jẹ́ tiyín. Àwọn alálẹ̀ Yorùbá ò ní fi yín sílẹ̀, ẹ ní kúkú ẹ̀sín, wọn ò ní fi wá negotiate for something tí ẹ̀dá wa orí wa tí ó accept lágbára Elédùmarè. Gbogbo wa pátápátá nígbà tó bá yá a padà wálé láti wá ṣe àmójútó ìdàgbàsókè orílẹ̀-èdè Yorùbá tiwa. Ọlọ́run á dẹ̀ jẹ́ kó rí bẹ́ẹ̀ o. Mo gbàdúrà fún gbogbo yín, ẹ̀rí ṣe lágbára Ọlọ́run.
Àṣẹ o. Ẹ ṣeun bàbá wa, a dúpẹ́ lọ́wọ́ yín. Bàbá, gẹ́gẹ́ bí mo ṣe sọ pé a máa sojú abẹ ní kò pápápá ni. Lẹ́nu ọjọ́ bíi mẹ́ta yìí, mo tún rí right up Sultan Sokoto.
Ó yá, ẹ jẹ́ ká bẹ̀rẹ̀ program.
A ti bẹ̀rẹ̀.
Ọ̀rọ̀ pọ̀ tá a fẹ́ sọ díẹ̀ lénìí, ọ̀dọ́ à ní pẹ́ lórí program yìí tó ní mo fi bẹ́ẹ̀ láti lọ sọ́dọ̀ bàbá.
Hello bàbá, ṣé ń gbọ́ mi sà? Ṣé ń gbọ́ mi? Mo ní lẹ́nu ọjọ́ mẹ́ta yìí, àti a rí Sultan Sokoto tó tẹ àtẹ̀jíṣẹ́ wípé.
Mo ń gbọ́ yín sà, mo ń gbọ́ yín.
Gbogbo ìpínlẹ̀ mẹ́fẹ̀ẹ̀fà ilẹ̀ Yorùbá nígbà tí Seyi Makinde tó sọ ọ̀rọ̀ jáde lórí Sharia law, eléyìí tó ti kọ́kọ́ takù tẹ́lẹ̀ ṣùgbọ́n tó tún padà tó tún endorse ẹ̀ pé kò sí, ó wá dà ìgbà pé táwa náà bá fún ara wa rí dáadáa láì sọ̀rọ̀, àárí nírìí wípé ó dàbí ìgbà tó pé wọ́n ti pe dèmánà yìí tí wọ́n ti gbowó fún. Ó dàbí pé bàbá wa yìí ti jáde, wọ́n máa tún padà wọlé. Ẹ̀yin èèyàn mi, ó yẹ ẹ máa bá mi share ètò yìí. Mo kí yín ẹ káàbọ̀ sórí ètò, ẹ kú ọjọ́ mẹ́ta, wọ́n ti padà wọlé. Bàbá wa, mo ní tẹ́ bá wo lẹ́nu ọjọ́ mẹ́ta yìí, Seyi Makinde ó ti kọ́kọ́ sọ wípé Sharia law ní ilẹ̀ Yorùbá, ní pàtàkì nílùú Ọ̀yọ́, ní Ọ̀yọ́ state, pé òun ò ní faramọ́. Ṣùgbọ́n lẹ́nu ọjọ́ mẹ́ta yìí la tún dédé rí dìmánà yìí tó tún jáde. Ohun tó sọ rèé, mo fẹ́ kí ẹ jẹ́ ká gbọ́ ká lè mọ irú èsì àbí nǹkan tẹ́ máa sọ lé ohun tí arákùnrin yìí sọ lẹ́yìn ìgbà tí ó ti kọ́kọ́ ṣe ìtakò nígbà tá gbogbo àwọn ọmọ Yorùbá jáde, àwọn ọmọ Yorùbá nation gbogbo alarú jáde, tá a sọ̀rọ̀ pé Sharia law nílẹ̀ Yorùbá a ò fara mọ́, torí gbogbo wa náà láti lọ̀làjú ti dé, àti lajú, àti rí bó ṣe ń ṣe, àti rí nǹkan tó, àti rí agenda. So ẹ jẹ́ àkọ́sáré wo ohun tí dìmánà yìí sọ lẹ́nu ọjọ́ mẹ́ta yìí.
I came back from Ghana to Ibadan 2 a.m. this morning, and ìgbà tí mo wo Punch, I think it was Punch àná, they said governor lọ sí court láti lọ ṣe interpretation the Sharia panel tí wọ́n ṣe ní Ọ̀yọ́. And first, anything the bá rí nínú paper yẹn, that came from my chief press secretary, CPS. Yes, I've said something to Joe, but that is not my position. My position only pé tí thank God àwọn adájọ́ wà bí anything tó bá wà nínú constitution wa we will support. However, my own interpretation because ó ti ṣẹlẹ̀ everywhere. I made a statement gba tí Muslim ni wọ́n wá
àwọn olóni ló
bẹ́ẹ̀
ṣe
ni wọ́n wá
òfin
sí
yẹn
office. I made a statement.
àwọn olóṣè constitution yẹn nígbà ní.
We shouldn't encourage discord no matter how little. The interpretation lọ́dọ̀ ti tèmi ò ní pé even in our families ó ṣe gbogbo nǹkan ni à ń gbé lọ sí court nínú family wa àwọn èèyàn lè ní disagreement. The elders in the family they call them wọ́n bá wọn dá sí lọ́lọ́ba fún wọn yanjú wọn yanjú ẹ̀. So this particular Sharia panel, my interpretation is ẹni tó bá fẹ́ patronize ẹ̀ bóyá wọ́n jẹ́ mùsùlùmí ọ̀nà mùsùlùmí tí wọ́n fi pé alternative dispute resolution mechanism ni it will help the government. It will ensure pé iye cases tó lọ sí ọ̀dọ̀ àwọn adájọ́ wa ó wà reduced. So we will encourage alternative dispute resolution mechanism.
bàbá ká má gba àkókò wa mo lérò pé ẹgbọ́n nǹkan tí Ṣèyí Mákindé sọ Sharia law ní ilẹ̀ kóòtù òjìire bàbá báwo lẹ ṣe rí ọ̀rọ̀ yìí àti ìhùwàsí arákùnrin yìí ṣé kò jọ bíi pé ẹni tí wọ́n ti fún ní paparamọ́ra bí ẹni tí wọ́n tilẹ̀kùn mọ́ tí wọ́n nà lọ́rẹ́ dáadáa tí wọ́n lù ú lálùbami pé n tá a sọ fún ẹ yìí ni kò sọ jáde ṣé kò rí lójú yín bí ẹni tí wọ́n gbé ṣé mọ̀ pé ó ti kọ́ ṣe fídíò kan tó ní kò sí ní tó ju ṣẹ̀ríà ṣé lójú yín kò rí bí ẹni tí ó dẹ̀ pé wọ́n gbé tí wọ́n fi ẹsẹ̀ gbá báàgì owó bíi dọ́là bíi báàgì dọ́là tó kún fún dọ́là tí wọ́n fẹsẹ̀ gbá sí i pé ìwọ máa gbé lọ́ntì ẹ lọ sọ nǹkan tá a ní kó sọ bàbá ẹ sọ̀rọ̀ báwo lẹ ṣe rí sí.
ẹ̀yin ọmọ Yorùbá lágbàáyé ẹ wo àwọn èèyàn wa tí wọ́n ní àǹfààní láti ṣe òṣèlú ṣé gbogbo àwọn èèyàn.
ẹ̀yin èèyàn mi ẹ bá mi share ètò yìí ẹ bá mi share ètò yìí ẹ̀yin tẹ́ wà lórí YouTube mo fẹ́ rọ́wọ́ yín ẹ share.
ṣé àwọn ní ètò gómìnà tọ́ sí ṣá ẹni tí ò bá ti mọ ìtàn Yorùbá tí ò mọ ibi tí Yorùbá ti ń bọ̀ tí wọn understand the spirituality wa gẹ́gẹ́ bí ẹ̀yà tí Elédùmarè dá in a very special process kò tọ́ sí wọn kó jẹ́ kí wọ́n máa ní access sí ipò olóṣèlú ká má ti sọ pé kí wọ́n á jẹ gómìnà lé wa lórí. When the issue of Sharia started ní orílẹ̀-èdè Yorùbá nínú ìlú Nàìjíríà it started as more or less like one fly kite. We never envisage pé kó máa jẹ́ nǹkan tó yẹ kó máa di an endangered division policies tó lè dá ogun lẹ́lẹ̀ Yorùbá because Yorùbá despite the fact that wípé we are indigenous people we have our own indigenous religion we have our own indigenous philosophy everything tó jẹ́ kí Yorùbá wà unique gbogbo ẹ̀ ló wà indigenous sí wa. This religion of Islam nígbà tó kọ́kọ́ máa délẹ̀ Yorùbá kò kí ń ṣe àti north ni wọ́n ti gbé Islam wá sí ilẹ̀ Yorùbá. Even kó tó dé Ọ̀yọ́ empire àwọn one empire as far back as 11 to 12 13 centuries ni Islam ti diffuse sí some part of Yorùbá land. Àwọn family kan wà ní Èkó tí wọ́n ń pè ní Láfíàjì. They have had a direct connection with the Ottoman Empire as far back as 12th 13th century. Tí wọ́n pé wọ́n dẹ̀ ti Islam ti won Lagos society as it were as it is ancient at that time. Káwọn Malian merchants within the space of 13th 14th century kó tó gbé religion yìí wá. It was not the religion of Islam does not diffuse from the north to the Yoruba territory. Àwọn as a fallout of the Ottoman Empire contact with certain elements, certain indigenous elements in Yoruba land. So wọ́n pè ní àwọn family Láfíàjì ní Lagos Island lẹ́nìí. The history is there. Then subsequently, all diffuse when Oyo Empire was at its peak of its hegemonistic control of vast areas of land. The trade merchants that came all the way from the Western Sudan, from area known as Mali and Timbuktu, Goa and others, they came via the caravan route to Oyo. Láti wá establish trade relationship pẹ̀lú àwọn èèyàn wa. That was at that time because of that acculturation. Àwọn Yorùbá kan accept that religion, not on the basis of conquest. It was on the basis of, okay, they love the way these Muslims conducted themselves in Oyo. And some of them beginning to, because they are business partners, they begin to relate to them and begin to imitate their religious dictates. Ìyẹn ló wá jẹ́ káwọn some of àwọn Yorùbá yìí kọ́ gba ẹ̀sìn yẹn. So there is no time Yoruba people have placed more emphasis on what I refer to as strange religious principles and philosophies, because Bashewa within the context of our homogeneous originality all across the various regions and sub-national sub-dialects to form Yoruba, there has not been any time where we use any second religion and our customary religion this is part of our cosmology and our history. There is no time. That's why it is so annoying that when I saw never go trend tó wọ́n ṣe Sharia lọ́dọ̀ wa yìí, ẹni pé nígbà tá a kọ́kọ́ gba democracy ní 1999 this current democratic cycles tó ń lọ yìí, bàtà kọ́kọ́ gbà ní 1999, the first thing of the second state in the north was to use Sharia as a political instrument láti discipline níjọ wọn and to fight the Ọbásanjọ́ president, because they were having the feeling pé Ọbásanjọ́ padà wá ó máa gbẹ̀sùn what the other leader did to Ọbásanjọ́. So they wanted a situation where they don't want the real democratic principles to diffuse into their own region. So what they could do is to employ Sharia as their own instrument of political nationalism. But move our together so that their people will not be able to begin to give in to certain democratic principles which they perceive to be un-Islamic. So they Sharia nìkan náà lè lò láti fi content pẹ̀lú ẹ̀. Now, haven't realized the fact that they've lost. We've had series of leadership. Obasanjo came, left. Yar'Adua came. Yar'Adua was an intellectual. Obama promoted him. No, it was not when he was governor of Katsina State. Well, introduced Sharia laws in Katsina State, just merely to fight political war against the president of Nigeria. As at the time, Yar'Adua law, there was no emphasis, no policy emphasis on all religion. She understand. So using Sharia as an instrument now, it is another weapon to destroy Yoruba land. It's another weapon to create a divisive tendency like our Yoruba, so that it's easier for them to come in and finish us off of the basis of their of what I refer to as their agenda of cultural expansionism. Because in Sharia that one saw it promote feudalism. It will never allow you to be a universal thinker. It will never allow you to see yourself as an instrument of as an instrument of an embodiment of the principle of humanity. It will narrow down your thinking. It will begin to challenge your own indigenous reality as being a Yoruba person, because Sharia is more or less like an Islamic principles and philosophy that define a way how a Muslim should live. How somebody who subscribes to that religious difference, it negate the core values of universalism. This religion, Yoruba traditional religion, to emphasize, to promote. And that is why anybody who see Yoruba traditional religion will see it as a religion that is not without its peculiar characteristics. Ẹ má bínú pé mo ń sọ òyìnbó mo ń sọ òyìnbó bí mo ṣe lè explain ẹ̀ kó lè yé gbogbo wa nìyẹn. So now, why is it imperative? We are talking about creating jobs fáwọn tó wà lọ́yọ̀ state. We are not talking about building industries. Awolowo ò lo any religious dictate. He's a Christian and also a Rosicrucian. Kò lo any of his religion láti sọ pé òun fẹ́ bẹ̀rẹ̀ sí ṣe kíni láti máa emphasize religious invisibility or religious nationalism. He lay emphasis on adopting universal principles of good leadership, good governance, human development, and physical infrastructural presence among all the various sub provinces that form the regional structure for the Yoruba nation from 1954 then 1966 when the regional government was abrogated. There was no time. There are emphasis on religion as an instrument to define our intra relationship as a people, as an organic people. So it's back from my imagination. When people are talking about resolving issues on the basis of universal ideas, so people are laying emphasis on something that is primordial. It is primordial. Wanting to introduce a Sharia system of leadership and system of jurisprudence in a society that is indigenous and have its own peculiar religion is tantamount to set the whole Yoruba land on fire. Because now they are telling you it's cited in the constitution. Who made the constitution? How was it? Does the Yoruba agree to as part of our agenda in the constitutional making process of Nigeria? Going through Sharia on our behalf. How was the concept of Sharia diffused into the Nigerian constitution? I know it was quoted more than 70, it appears more than 79 times in the constitution. How was this smuggled to the constitution? Who assumed that Nigeria is an Islamic country? So therefore, all the component units of Nigeria must, whether they like it or not, accept the principle of allowing the Sharia law to become part of their subnational jurisprudence in what is supposed to be there as a genuine true federal system of government. So imply all the component units within their own customary invisibility, their own laws and their own reality, their own vision, have the right to live within outside the context of what has not been by consensus accepted to be part of the Nigerian constitution. The North decided to impose this constitution on us. Now using some of they are now using some of their insertion into over the picture of the constitution. That's why Yoruba. Because if Sharia emphasize if you do some certain things which the British have coded as part of the penal laws of northern part of Nigeria, now are then the customary law, which is the common law, to define our own traditions and religions and systems. Now you are bringing a penal code to the back door because it is certain in the constitution to be imposed on us because we have some individuals among us who are practicing that religion. So what we are trying to do now is to create a conscious, deliberate attempt to create a natural division among an organic people, which is the Yoruba people. So Seyi Makinde now coming to retrace his initial position, but it will be unacceptable. It's a natural characteristic of the Yoruba Nigerian politician. I used to want Yoruba Nigerian politician who never see anything outside the context of the position of his people towards what they have rejected as the issue. Now coming to the back door before he posts the law because we want to be politically correct. You continue to say Makinde is not different from some Yorubas who are joining the North to condemn the killing of the terrorists tí wọ́n pa ní Ìròmì ní Ishaland kò yàtọ̀. It's a different kinní ni. Wípé what is good for the goose is not good for the gander. How can somebody be coming from the Shire when I have existed for over 13,000 years as a people in our own land? As at the time when we are talking about our own freedom, the best thing they could do now is to bring the Sharia instrument, which is not indigenous to us, even though I could be a Christian, I could be a Muslim. That religion is peculiar to my own individual life, and I want to follow it based on my conviction. It is not for you now to begin to indirectly want to smuggle this into our psychic, so that over the Ola, our become a major albatross, an endangering albatross to máa create civil war nílẹ̀ Yorùbá. Why we could resist them? Nígbà tó kọ́ make attempts láti invade wa through Ogunjalomi, ta lọ stop wọn through Ibadan when Ibadan went. Why we could do that is because there was no religious division. There was no division among Yoruba to relate more religion. But once you have contemporarily, if you have a division in Yoruba land based on religion, it is going to go around to Muslim. You know, not one around Yoruba land, because a Muslim Yoruba will tell you, Islam has come to serve as its own nationalistic beliefs on what we refer to as global Islamic nation. That and a Muslim anywhere is a citizen of Islam. And whatever Islam wants is what is predominant in its consciousness above what its own indigenous originality defines. So it's a dangerous position. Step Seyi Makinde to take. And every conscious Yoruba person must rise up now to tell Seyi Makinde your identity to her. But check governor, governor by the laws that was imposed on us from the center. We are Yoruba, and whatever religion that practice, it is to dedicate of our conviction. It best serve our individual spiritual purpose. It is not for you. I will, for the first time, realize the fact that making my entire life, I will know what the material comes like. What talk for you pay to before Paris second term, and you are looking at how you can reposition yourself for more political opportunity, maybe at the superstructural level. What life, what peace level, what negotiate what is not possible because we resist it. What we are trying to do is to smuggle the agenda of the Fulani aristocrats who have seen that the only way they can conquer Yoruba land and create a permanent division is for them to bring in this concept of Sharia. So even the Sharia, the Sharia as a belief, a jurisprudence in Islam, is a reflection of the moral attitude of the Arabs. It's peculiar to the Arabs. So because the Arab territory, what we refer to as the Arabian Peninsula, is a very turbulent and very violent atmosphere. So the ideas, the progenitors of the Sharia felt that they needed to regulate the challenges of their own environment on the basis of the anarchical posture of that environment. Not Sharia that as part of a very fundamental legal jurisprudence under Islamic principles. Not that we form core of the Islamic of the Quran or whatever. It is peculiar to the quest of the Islamic leaders at that time. That devise certain laws and principles to my help or curb the excesses of some certain elements within their own European environment, not Yoruba environment. So no incorporate into their own religion. To propagate, to spread all outside the geographical context of the Arabian territories. To the North Africa, to the West Sudan, Sahel, and some part of other area where the religion was eventually accepted. It even became an instrument of war, conquering native lands and imposing all those teachings on indigenous principles and philosophy on an indigenous organic population. So Seyi Makinde is a misguided fellow, and he wanted to be politically correct. I haven't stated it obviously that he lost it, and that initial position is what is people want. The constitution of Nigeria does not belong to the Nigerian people. It was an imposed document that was orchestrated to create a lot of lacuna in the life of all the first nations forced into Nigeria by the British experimenters. So we will not accept that Sharia law. It does not conform to our general way of life as Omokaru Ojire. It negates the very value of Yoruba unity. It contested the concept of Yoruba communalism. So we will not accept it. It is unacceptable. So that Seyi Makinde is coming now. He's looking ahead of his next step of his political career. What of when I want to determine it because he intended to go to the center where he will go and live with other of his lives from other ethnic nationality within the context of power distribution at the superstructural level. Because of one here. So we not, even being a Muslim, but not a practicing one, because I see the truth in every religion. Tọ́lọ́run gbé sórí ilẹ̀ ayé, agẹ́gẹ́ bí ọmọ Yorùbá. I'm a Christian. I go to church. Mo máa ń lọ sí mosque. Tọ́ èmi ẹ̀ bá ní kí n lọ sí mosque and I perform ìṣẹ̀ṣe. Bọ́lá ọ̀n bá ṣe darí mi ni because God is universal. So the bottom line ni wípé we Yoruba self-determination movement have stated our position on this matter. The Yoruba Global Ọmọlúwàbí 1000 have also stated their position. Many resource Yoruba persons have simply come out to say we don't want it. Gbogbo àwọn Yoruba various organizations wọ́n ti ṣe rally, wọ́n ti ṣe presentation, wọ́n ti ṣe press conference, and they have said they don't want it. And now that we have said we don't want it, so Seyi Makinde should take water, kó mú omi, be precious pilings, kó fọwọ́ kúrò nínú, because this will put an end to his political ascendancy, whether within the context of the failed Nigerian state or the emerging sovereign Yoruba nation. Orúkọ Makinde máa parẹ́ pátápátá tó bá follow this ugly precedent of what we have told him, of what the majority of people have told him, both home and abroad, that this thing is antithetical. It's going to be critical to the peace and stability of the Yoruba nation, of the Yoruba people, because it will engineer what I refer to as a future recipe for a monumental disaster to máa pa gbogbo Yorùbá, because bó ṣe bẹ̀rẹ̀ ní north nìyẹn, tí wọ́n fi religion fi wipe away the Hausa population, who are the majority, and destroy their traditional institutions under the fake gap wípé kò conform sí what the Quran and the Sharia states, led by Ottoman Danfodio, and carry out a sweeping radical reforms all across the territories known as northern Nigeria today, which is predominantly an heterogeneous Hausa society, and enthrone a season of feudal leadership of the Fulani. Only Seyi Makinde tó fẹ́ tọwọ́ bọ̀ yìí o. Nígbà tó dẹ̀ máa pa tó máa ṣe the same thing ní north, tó máa replicate ẹ̀ ní north, tó máa ṣe the same thing tó ṣe ní north yìí, orí àwọn. It was when they went after Gubo. Gubo used to be the capital of all traditional north, the Hausa north. So when they got Gubo, don't get Gubo, when Gubo sheepishly capitulated to them, thinking that truly these are Puritans who have come to reform the religion of Islam, and they brought the religion to engineer what we refer to as the Fulani Revolution, because it created a chain of events that changed the life of the Hausa nationality and the rest forever. We will not face to Nigeria even before amalgamation, Fulani to carry out, not to talk of when they felt that the British have handed over Nigeria to them as their estate of their own great grandfather, and they have used religion as an instrument to fight all their wars, to embody their grip on every other territories that is not within the context of their control, to want permanent control over. Is that what Seyi Makinde now is trying to engineer in Ibadan, in Oyo State, that used to serve as the military wing of the Yoruba resistance to any form of external and internal imperialism? Baba, I hope the Yoruba are hearing me. I hope you want Seyi Makinde want to lay a destructive precedent that will sweep all across all the length and breadth of Yoruba land. Already, they have their fighters in our forest reserve, our forest game reserve. They've encircled us. Now, you want to give them a weapon. They want to if you give them one leg, they will take 50 legs. So, and you want Yoruba people to commit suicide on the basis of it was Seyi Makinde have become so sheepish. Did he actually go to school at all? Is Seyi Makinde sensible? Is he getting power intoxicated? Has he forgotten ọmọ Ìbàdàn lòun ni? Ṣọmọ wọn tí wà lọ play láti stop àwọn idiots yìí ni from coming to overrun the whole of Yoruba land. Ọmọ kìlọ̀ fún Seyi Makinde, èmi àdúgbò kìlọ̀ àdìgbò sọ ọkọ kìlọ̀ fún. Tábà sọ́njẹ fún kò ní jẹ́ tán. You want to prepare a template, a negative template. What we talk about replicate life for what in an inglorious means, in an inglorious position. I will need by way. They should tell him that thing, any body that is preaching Sharia law in Oyo State, and equally in other parts of Yoruba land, is calling for the declaration of war. Kọ́ sọ fún bàbá Adébájá kí tó yẹ pé èmi mo sọ bẹ́ẹ̀ lórí ìkànnì tẹ́tẹ́, that if
ẹ ṣeun
they should go ahead and
ẹ
make any
ṣeun bàbá
attempt
wa
to say this particular thing is not indigenous to us.
ẹ ṣeun
It's
bàbá
not
wa torí àwọn nǹkan
indigenous
míì tí a tún fẹ́ gbé yẹ̀wò.
to us. It's not indigenous to us. It is an attempt about natural, traditional.
ẹ ṣeun bàbá wa torí àwọn nǹkan mìíràn tí a
Mo ti
tún máa gbé yẹ̀wò
mo ti
sá.
dá lé sà, mo ti
ẹ
dá lé
ṣeun
because anything tó bá ti lè kó wù.
bàbá
Okay sir,
àwọn
okay sir.
Fúlàní ń lérí ní nọ́ọ̀tì báyìí, mi mọ̀ bóyá ẹ ti come across fídíò yẹn pé on the 7th of next month pé wọ́n máa bẹ̀rẹ̀ ogun ní
Of April,
church, wọ́n máa bẹ̀rẹ̀ sí ní ju àwọn church, bẹ̀rẹ̀ sí ní ẹ̀mọ̀ tó bá dẹ̀ ti rí bẹ́ẹ̀ yẹn àwọn ọmọ Yorùbá wa máa fara gbánú ẹ̀ látàrí ìṣẹ̀lẹ̀ tó ṣẹlẹ̀ ní Uromi ní Edo State. Bàbá ṣé ẹ rí nírí wípé Nàìjíríà ti ṣubú báyìí pé ogun gan ti bẹ̀rẹ̀, because tó bá ti lè mú tí àwọn Fúlàní bẹ̀rẹ̀ wàhálà yẹn tí wọ́n pa àwọn èèyàn, ṣé mọ̀ pé àwọn ọmọ Yorùbá wa kan náà ò ní fẹ́ káwọ́ gbéra nílẹ̀ Yorùbá láti máa wo àwọn Fúlàní ní ilẹ̀ Yorùbá. Ṣé ẹ rí pé ogun yẹn náà ti bẹ̀rẹ̀ nìyẹn? Ǹjẹ́ kò tó àkókò báyìí láti pé ká máa sọ fáwọn ọmọ ìyá wa tí ń bẹ ní north pé kó máa bọ̀ ńlé? Torí pé tẹ bá wo àkókò Tinubu yìí, ìjọba Tinubu yìí, ẹ rí pé ìjọba ogun ni. Ẹ rí pé ìjọba tiẹ̀ gan ó tún worst ju ti Buhari lọ. Ẹ rí pé àkókò ti Tinubu yìí tún worst gan ju ti Buhari lọ. Àkókò ogun lọ́tún, ogun lósì, ibi báyìí ogun, ọ̀hún ogun, ìhín ogun, ilẹ̀ Yorùbá ò fararọ. Ǹjẹ́ kò ti tó àkókò báyìí pẹ̀lú nǹkan tó ń ṣẹlẹ̀ yìí láti máa fún àwọn ọmọ ìyá wa tí ń bẹ lókè òkun, tí ń bẹ ní ìlú Ọya lọ́hùn pé kó máa bọ̀ nílé? Àbí kí lẹ rí sọ sọ́rọ̀ yìí bàbá wa? Kí lẹ rí sọ?
Bàbá Tẹ́tẹ̀, Bàbá Tẹ́tẹ̀, ẹ ṣé gan. Nǹkan tí mo fi máa ń gbádùn program yìí nìyẹn, because program yìí nínú gbogbo àwọn bloggers tó ń ṣe bloggers yìí fún Yorùbá Nation, program yìí ló máa ń jẹ́ program tó yẹ kó máa ń jẹ́ agenda setting lórí ọ̀rọ̀ tó ń lọ fún ìjàngbara ilẹ̀ Yorùbá. Láṣẹ máa ń gbádùn yín. There is no day tí máa jí láàárọ̀ tí mi ò ní ṣàdúrà fún yín. Kò sí ìjọ kan tí mi ò kí ń jí láàárọ̀. Àbẹ́rẹ́ ìfọ̀ ìtòwé pé mo máa ń gbàdúrà pé wọ́n máa fún nílé ìmọ̀ràn àti làákàyè láti lè máa gbé àwọn ètò yẹn tó wà related sí gbogbo nǹkan tá à ń sọ láti ṣe àwọn èèyàn wálé tí bá pín 10 million fáwọn Yorùbá tó wà nípìnlẹ̀ Ọ̀yà, kò ṣe gbogbo ló máa wálé. Tá bá pín 10 million fún gbogbo àwọn Yorùbá tó wà lókè Ọ̀yà, kò ṣe gbogbo ló máa wálé. Tó bá ń ṣe pé àwa Yorùbá ajálábùsí ni, kí la fẹ́ lọ ṣe ní ilẹ̀ aṣẹ́lẹ̀? Kí ló sọ ọmọ Yorùbá lọ sí ilẹ̀ aṣẹ́lẹ̀? Because wọ́n ti make ilẹ̀ wọn bíbà ẹ̀ become unhabitable fún wa. Wọ́n ti make ilẹ̀ Yorùbá become unhabitable fún wa. Oríṣiríṣi lásìgbò, oríṣiríṣi rògbòdìyàn ló ń ṣẹlẹ̀ lórí territory wa. So àwọn èèyàn wá fi wípé àwọn lè tètè rí opportunity, connections táwọn bá move lọ sí òkè Ọya lọ́hùn, táwọn bá ti lè pretend to align themselves with their thoughts in the north. It will be easier for them now to have contact and connections for them to be able to the north make their breakthrough within the Nigerian political economy. Ló fún àwọn èèyàn lọ sí north. Yorùbá land is so rich. Káti ẹ̀gbá pé wọn ò jẹ́ ká control àwọn resources wa, wọn ò fún wa láyè láti ṣòfin wa láti lè maximize gbogbo àwọn natural resources ta ní. For the course of the matter is this. Tẹ́ bá wo láti 1945 nígbà tó kọ́ bẹ̀rẹ̀ Kano riot yẹn, ẹ jẹ́ àmú fún láti post military era, gbogbo àwọn riot tó ti ṣẹlẹ̀, gbogbo àwọn rògbòdìyàn tó ti ṣẹlẹ̀ ní north, àwọn ta náà ń pa, tó ń bá pa yìí bò wọ́n pa Yorùbá, tó ń bá fi lè ní any misunderstanding on the basis of argument pẹ̀lú ẹni ọmọ Yorùbá kankan, tó bá ti bẹ̀rẹ̀ báyìí aláwọ̀ àrùn máa ti bẹ̀rẹ̀ religion ni. Àti pé àwọn Yorùbá Muslims tó wà láàrin wọn, wọ́n ṣe original Muslims, so they start killing. Kò sí nǹkan tó jọmọ́ bẹ́ẹ̀. There is nothing like, so they've been killing us repeatedly. Unceremoniously, what can organize one conscious riot, small argument between one or two persons. They will carry out one killing that decided destruction of those who refer to as all Nigerians in your territory. Now, to emphasize on the questions that BERE sir, ṣé ó yẹ ká máa fún àwọn Yorùbá pé àbísítà àfà ìta mọ̀ wípé kándù Nàìjíríà ti fẹ́ jó tán tó kàn yìí tó sí north. Ṣé ó yẹ kí wọ́n fọ́ ojú àbí wọn ò rí bó checking statement táwọn northern leaders ní orí platform either every or electrically or social media tó ti ń threaten south wípé àwọn máa ń leash the dragon lé wa lórí. Wọ́n máa ń threaten àwọn àtàwà lórí nílé ní the other side of the divide lórí ilẹ̀ wa. Ṣé àwọn tó wà ní their environment tó ń ṣé àwọn òye kó mọ̀ pé àwọn gbogbo fún àwọn ti di sacrificial land ọ̀tá lè fẹ́ ìgbà collateral damage because àwọn tí wọn ò jẹ́ kí Yorùbá nation nílọ síwájú àwọn Yorùbá ti pè wálé láti 1999 nígbà tí wọ́n sọ discover Sharia Arẹ́gbẹ́ṣọlá and other governors at that time have to send kí at the later on wọ́n láti send trucks and boxes láti lọ kó wọn wálé àwọn tí wọ́n bọ̀ ní press ó dojú ẹ̀ kò sí ọ̀nà àbáyọ.
ẹ̀yin ọmọ ìyá mi tẹ wà ní north ẹ máa bọ̀ nlé o ẹ máa bọ̀ nlé.
Come up only. The Nigerian army and the police have been compromised. We are at war. Biafra at the ham. I was in the I went to the Delta. The Jews are ready. I went to the Greek. I saw their preparation. I knew I know their top. What because nobody can be. So each of the regions are getting them equipped. Our team equipped. Learn to bang but ṣé ó yẹ ká sọ pé tó bá níwọ̀n lọ́wọ́ ká wá jẹ́ káwọn èèyàn wa tó wà ní òkè ọ̀yà lọ́hùn kó jẹ́ collateral damage. So mo fi opportunity yìí mo fi ń pe gbogbo Yorùbá tó wà ní gbogbo 19 other states to come back home. They must come back home. Apáláṣẹ ni because kándù Nàìjíríà ti fẹ́ jó tán dájọ́ Elédùmarè ti fẹ́ dé sórí Nàìjíríà. Gbogbo àwọn fault lines wa gbogbo àwọn point lines kọ́tọ́ fún fault lines ẹ̀ máa ṣàlàyé fún yín gbogbo àwọn fault lines wa tó jẹ́ pé nǹkan tó jẹ́ ká kó yẹ ká wà Nàìjíríà táwọn òyìnbó àtàwọn tó ń darí wa ti bò mọ́lẹ̀ gbogbo ẹ̀ ti tú síta. So fault lines ẹ̀ ń sì ti create avenue for an implosion. Mo dẹ̀ rántí nǹkan tí Awólọ́wọ̀ sọ́ngbà kan pé tí Nàìjíríà máa pín actions and activities tó máa lead to the disintegration of Nigeria náà ló ti máa wá. So àwọn náà ti rí and unfortunately for the north and tó jẹ́ the current former head Donald Trump self-determination. So gbogbo wa aláti lè ronú jinlẹ̀ pé why we are not able to take any drastic action of emancipating Yorùbá nation ni wípé I always consider pa láwọn èèyàn lórí òkè ọ̀yà lọ́hùn. What value their lives? How the better watch Kadarawa, whatever. But don't appreciate the fact that any of our own citizens could die. So between now, I want Gbabode and other leaders to manage. Party and the others to a pest edition process of information. And the process there is follow program kọ́ padà wálé because now kùsùnú yẹn ti wà ń bẹ̀ kùsùnú pé a máa jà yẹn ti wà ń bẹ̀ gbogbo àwọn atrocities táwọn Fúlàní ẹ̀sìn wọ́n commit lórí ẹ̀ wá Yorùbá will carry out any reprisal attack. The first time tó máa carry reprisal attack outside the southeast tó ń pè Biafra was in Uromi. Tọ́ba dẹ̀ máa wò wọ́n rò pé àwọn Uromi yìí fall within the general Edo state. They have termed them as Igbos. Nísìnyí wọ́n wá sọ wọ́n límìtì pé attack táwọn fẹ́ ṣe ní èpè yẹn wọ́n límìtì wípé àwọn tó jọ ọmọ ìlú tó wà ní north làwọn fẹ́ lọ attack wọ́n ti generalize gbogbo southerners làwọn fẹ́ attack tó include àwọn ọmọ ìyá bàbá wa tó wà lọ́hùn. So ọmọ Yorùbá tó bá gbọ́ kó tètè bẹ̀rẹ̀ sí proactively máa kọ́ ẹ̀wẹ̀ bọ́n lé. And I will appeal to the Yoruba leadership now. Come try, come work bigger space, come bẹ̀rẹ̀ sí content fún wọn because kò lè ní fún àwọn kàmá nìyí tàbí bọ̀. Ká lọ call larger camp, gbọ́dọ̀ consider owó tó máa ná wa because we value the life of our people. Let us begin to put infrastructure in place from our body. It's even an added advantage to us to hear from their horses' mouth some of the series of ugly experiences they've had in the north. Tójú wọn ti rí ní north. Tó bá sọ mẹ́yẹ, á lè jẹ́ ká mọ ọ̀nà àbáyọ to consolidate on our own demand for self-determination. Ó ṣe pàtàkì gan. Now that it's obvious wọ́n fẹ́ bá wa jà. And ẹ jẹ́ n sọ fún bàtẹ́ntẹ̀, the military and the police cannot stop them. You saw what happened in Abuja between the Shiite movement and the Nigerian army. That is how strong and resolved they could be when it comes to the issue of carrying out their threats. And they will do it. Wọ́n ní àbọ̀rọ̀lá sọ fún wa tó bá dénú àṣekínni àtòtìntì. We do not wait until they use our people as guinea pigs. Àwọn máa gbé petition lọ sí United Nations. But only prevention is better than cure. We have to take preventive measures now to ask our people to come back home. They should come back home. Now, there is going to be a strategic working on strategic alliance with other ethnic nations in the south because the killings in the north will not take a peculiar pattern. Wípé Igbo nìkan ló fẹ́ pa, ìjọ nìkan ló fẹ́ pa, Yorùbá nìkan ló fẹ́ pa. Anybody tó bá ti wà connected to the south ni wọ́n fẹ́ lọ attack. And wọ́n ti already jẹ́ ká mọ̀ àwọn designated area táwọn tó fẹ́ carry out attack which is Baba TETE. Information they give you correlated to this church massive attack against all the churches in the north. So if it is the north and the church, and we don't lose the church. The Igbos, the Yorubas, the people from the Niger Delta, the people from the Middle Belt who are domiciled in the core north. I mean, these are people who harm their militiamen to come to our territory. Weapons not stored in the north. There was Zamfara. The bandits have overrun the military in Zamfara, Borno, and Yobe. How is this possible? Don't then kill of we should vacate. We are even magnanimous enough to have given us an ultimatum to evacuate our people from the north. That is to tell Ahmed Tinubu himself that Nigeria have disintegrated. There is only dancing the dance of Makaba of wanting to become president in 2027, when what should have done now is to tell France, his godfather, and to beg Trump, whether possible, only convene a sovereign national conference, so that this war that is coming, this inevitable war that is approaching us very fast, we can easily sit at the round table and dissolve the Nigerian Federation peacefully. We shake our hands and we won't go home. Could imply we will still not relate at the level of interstate whatever. There can still be interstate alliances and whatever on the basis of economy, technical partnership, and whatever possible. But we sovereignty here, every regions that want their sovereignty at the level of the sovereign national conference can assert it and have it.
ẹ̀yin èèyàn mi, ẹ̀yin ọmọ kóòtù òjire nẹ́tíwọ́ọ̀kì bàbá ló gbé wọn jáde. ẹ̀yin ọmọ ìyá mi tẹ́ ń bẹ ní north, àwọn Fúlàní ti ń lérí o. ní ìròmì lọ́wọ́lọ́wọ́ báyìí, inú fo àyàfo ni wọ́n wà o. wọ́n dẹ̀ ní wọ́n máa bẹ̀rẹ̀ ogun yìí, ó máa ní agbára gan. ṣé ẹ mọ̀ wípé Fúlàní ló ní Nàìjíríà fúnra wọn, gbogbo wa náà la mọ̀ yẹn. ọ̀ràn tí Fúlàní lè dá, tí Fúlàní bá dá ọ̀ràn mẹ́ta ní Nàìjíríà tó bá lọ pẹ̀lú ẹ̀, ìwọ tó jẹ́ ọmọ Yorùbá ò lè dá kọ́ta ẹ̀ o, kọ́ta ẹ̀ tó bá dá o ò ní lọ. ẹ̀yin ọmọ ìyá mi, ogun ti dé bodè, ẹ máa bọ̀ wálé. Ẹ gbóhùn sókè, ẹ gbóhùn sókè.
So the bottom line is our dollar kò sí signature Yorùbá ní constitution yẹn. So constitution yẹn ló fún àwọn ní right láti ṣe Sharia law. Constitution yẹn ló fún wọn ní right láti wá máa claim wípé as Nigerians they can occupy all Nigerian territory, all Yoruba territories and conquer the indigenous people. Constitution yẹn ni wọ́n ń lò tentatively nísìnyí láti máa code Sharia law táwọn smuggle láti protect region wọn. Wọ́n fẹ́ máa extend same similar influence on our own region. Táwọn olóṣèlú wa dé accept because Don't be politically correct. Now they are don't. If anybody want to practice Sharia law, practice it as part of your private religious beliefs in whatever religion you have accepted as your own way of life. Tí o lè gbọ́dọ̀ lòdì sí the universal Yoruba principles tó define ọmọlúwàbí wa. Ṣé ó yẹ yín sà? Ọ̀rọ̀ tó fẹ́ ìjà tó fẹ́ bẹ̀rẹ̀ yìí kò kí n ṣe pé wọ́n pa àwọn kò ṣe pé wọ́n pa kò ṣe pé bóyá wọ́n pa àwọn èèyàn wọn criminal àwọn terrorist wọn ní Rome nìkan. Wọ́n ti ní accumulated hatred fún wa. Wọ́n ti ń wá opportunity on how to start this rebellion against us. And Tinubu also is part of the target.
ẹjọ́
Because
ẹ má bínú
ṣé
ṣé bẹ́ẹ̀ ni tírọ́ọ̀kì Dangote ship tó bẹ́ẹ̀ ni tí wọ́n máa fi tírọ́ọ̀kì wọn kó àwọn ọlọ́dẹ tó yẹ pé tírọ́ọ̀kì wọn sì yóò bó ṣe wá ọlọ́dẹ àwọn hunters náà wá máa fi kó ṣe mọ̀ wípé Dangote náà ó ní bá ní ilẹ̀ Yorùbá òun náà ń bẹ lára àwọn tó fẹ́ ṣíà ilẹ̀ Yorùbá bàbá mo kàn ní kí n fi yẹn kún ni o ohun tó ṣẹlẹ̀ ní ìròmí ni mo sọ o torí àwọn tí wọ́n mú wọ́n ní ọlọ́dẹ ni wọ́n wáì tó fi wọ́n jẹ́ pé Dangote
máa tọ́nà sí.
bàbá ẹgbọ́n sókè.
Baba, we are facing we are facing serious existential threats. Kò ṣe poverty nìkan ló fi ń bá wa jà. Kò kí ṣe misgovernance nìkan ló fi ń bá wa jà. Kò kí ṣe ẹ̀sìn nìkan ló fi ń bá wa jà. They are also using the conspiracy of the elite from the north. Gbogbo àwọn northern leaders ló mọ̀ ń pa ẹ̀. Gbogbo wọn pátá ni wọ́n mọ̀ ń pa ẹ̀. Some of them are hiding under partisan politics. Some of them are hiding under being politically correct. There is no northerner that is loyal to the unity of Nigeria if the north is not permanently being in charge of the economy and the resources of the indigenous owners in the south and the middle belt of Nigeria. What did you want to see? Tinubu have done something to help to Lauju and middle belts. What create opportunity for the Hausa nationality themselves. Now, the Fulani for almost past 6-7 years, wọ́n tún kọ́ àwọn èèyàn láti West Africa. Warriors from Mauritania, from Senegambia, from Mali, from Niger, from Sudan. Most of our weapons tí wọ́n lò were weapons they smuggled in from France, from Turkey, who are mining the legal natural resources in the north. To acquire, what are they using the money for? To buy weapons, to acquire weapons, to equip them, to annex territory within their own region. The resources were to affect the Federal Ministry of Solid Minerals need any exclusive oversight. So this is what Makinde want to sit. They wanted to go to war. They want to fight, to create confusion. To make it for Southerners to begin to raise question of equity in terms of resource ownership, in terms of resource accessibility, in terms of what we refer to as derivation, on the basis of indigenous ownership of these resources. Ẹ̀yin jẹ́ gbọ́ òjò, ẹ̀yin ò fẹ́ káwa jẹ diamond Zamfara. Ẹ̀yin dẹ̀ align pẹ̀lú àwọn kìíní. So Dangote is part of that conspiracy. Why should Dangote if not for Buhari, and the road and the ugly road tí Aṣíwájú Bọ́lá Ahmed Tinubu play, will it have been practically impossible for àwọn Yorùbá voluntarily pé Dangote wà kó wá kọ́ refinery sẹ́kọ̀ọ́? Tí ò bá ń ṣe pé àwọn SARS, there are some conspirators wà láàrin àwọn people yìí at the ruling class elite levels. So yẹ kí wọ́n kí Bill Gates máa lo Adesina, the African Development Bank president, ọmọ tó jẹ́ ọmọ Ondo ọmọ Yorùbá, ọmọ Abẹ́òkúta, kọ́ máa láwọn fẹ́ gbé GMO. This obnoxious agricultural policy to attempt to destroy our own indigenous agro economy, and some certain policies that intend to destroy our humanity. Àwọn Yorùbá tó máa ń gbọ́ mi lórí ìkànnì yẹn láì tí ń dára kẹgbọ́ kò sí kan tó jẹ́ Nàìjíríà. Nigeria have become an experimental tool via which all kinds of negative policies initiated and introduced by the IMF and the World Bank and some powerful figures within the global spectrum who have come to see Yoruba politicians, Nigerian politicians as mere political businessmen who are willing and ready to trade their people away for money, power, and relevance. So Dangote kò ń ṣe first time máa gbé Dangote fi truck fi kó ìbọn lọ síbi tí àwọn èèyàn ẹ̀ tó ń fa wàhálà táwọn tó jẹ́ indigenous people yẹn tó ti ń dìde against wọn. Dangote máa ń fi truck ẹ̀ fi kó weapons káàkiri níbi area táwọn yẹn bá ti rí as a place táwọn fẹ́ gbà àwọn fẹ́ dá wà lálẹ̀. Dangote is complicit in most of wípé àwọn people yìí move from one place to another with deadly weapons because some of them.
The reason why I want you to pay attention and take this video serious is because you never can tell if someone is just bragging or someone mean his threat. Okay? There is no little threat. There is no grievous threat. Every threat is a threat. Okay? Now, in Plateau State, before they carried out an attack on Christmas Eve that killed 140 persons, there was, an information, there was a data, some persons even posted it on social media, on Facebook, that they are coming to attack the community, and they did. Now, my attention has been drawn about the declaration of war on the 7th of April, that is next week, Friday.
So nígbà tó ti ń pa àwọn èèyàn tó ti ń pa àwọn èèyàn.
Nẹ́tíwọ́ọ̀kì bàbá yìí ó ní bá nẹ́tíwọ́ọ̀kì yẹn bad.
That they are going to declare war to just threat. Every threat is a threat. Okay? Now, in Plateau State, before they carried out an attack on Christmas Eve that killed 140 persons, there was, an information, there was a data, some persons even posted it on social media, on Facebook, that they are coming to attack the community, and they did. Now, my attention has been drawn about the declaration of war on the 7th of April, that is next week, Friday, that they are going to declare war to attack all the whole Christians in the north. Now, this picture you are seeing on Facebook, now, this is what it reads.
Bàbá ẹ gbóhùn sókè, iṣẹ́ ti wọlé.
Ó ti wọlé padà network and so now one other thing ni wípé tí àwọn òyìnbó àwọn orí sí as at the time tí wọ́n lọ́ mọ àwọn pípì yẹn nínú mọ́tò Dangote how we not so sure wípé the Dangote services was for the tribe was probably like to pay students yẹn wọ́n ti ń wá wọ́n ti há and what Dangote talk where is it going to be and the person is kókó bọ̀ àti jam because I don't want how lè ṣe máa rí ìgbésí gan àti ìbọn àti jam nínú mọ́tò báwọn tó mọ̀ sọ báwọn ṣiṣẹ́ tó Dangote. And for the past 2 years, that same environment has been endangered. Why should a crime committed in Rome become what will make a some people begin to react so quickly, acting on that to their religion? And why must Southerners going to force themselves on the north? Why is that through Obasanjo and others? Ó tó sọ alẹ́ nu aṣọ tó máa kiri wà lọ́mọ àdé. Bí ló máa jẹ́ kí àwọn Yorùbá máa every time tí àwọn north bá ti threaten wà wípé ó yá ìpadà kápò religion wọn. I'm a way to placate as if they are our God, our creator. Is it not our own advantage if you ask to leave a desert to a coastal, a flourishing forest belt from coastal area where God Almighty is even say, I'm giving you as an individual. Because of what don't jí owó epo àwọn ìjọ, owó epo àwọn ìṣèkírì, owó epo Yorùbá, owó epo Igbo. That's the one that what all conspire under the gap of partisan politics, PDP, APC, and use the instrumentality of the criminally created British superstructure. GM resources were. Listen, after killing me in my land, occupy my forest reserve, you are not threatening me your religion. You are threatening my people in your region. You are giving so much of people. What are the sort of our city? Who is afraid of war? Who is afraid of war? Let them bring on war. Ṣé àwa Yorùbá ò lágbára ni? Àti wá àti jẹ màálù tí tó ọpọlọ wọn ti dọ́ta àti wá di ọ̀lẹ kalẹ̀. Òtítọ́ sọ abẹ́jẹ kánsẹ́lọ̀, abẹ́jẹ chairman, abẹ́jẹ mínísítà, abẹ́jẹ sẹ́nitọ̀, ọpọlọ wọn wá dàrú. A lè wo rí mọ́ bí ọmọ akin. This is what the Yoruba global people have been saying. That the people of Yoruba land must organize themselves. They must rise up and say enough is enough. Baba Adébáyọ̀ Akíntóyè have provided that leadership for us, the global leadership for us. Wọ́n dẹ̀ ti fún wa, wọ́n dẹ̀ ti kọ́ wa Baba Adébáyọ̀ Akíntóyè tó wà ní level kan. Yorùbá dìde. All of us must rise up. And must rise up now. Then our governor, we should be able to follow our governors accountable. That they must equally ask every northerner tó wà ní ilẹ̀ Yorùbá that we are also giving them motivator to leave our territory. Àwa náà fún wọn ní ultimatum since tí wọ́n ní àwọn fáwọn ìwà ní ultimatum lórí òkèèrè náà, and possibility wà pé àwọn tí yóò bá lè rà ní place láti wálé wọ́n pa wọ́n sọ. So also we are telling those in our own, the northerners in our own territory, pé tí river coin ìkó máa bend. Gbogbo ìdádé sọ láti 1960 pé kíní kan for the peace and stability of Nigeria. All those are SS now. They are exercising. We Yorùbá are not coward. Ọmọ akínní wọn, we will face the north. Nǹkan tó bá fẹ́ ní ayọ̀ tó ayọ̀. Second thing, is it consequential to our quest to want to be free as a people? Enough is enough. Àwọn tó bá gbọ́ padà wálé tó wà ní ẹ̀yà lẹ́dàá kó bá wọn. Àná gbogbo Yorùbá tó jẹ́ billionaire. Gbogbo Yorùbá tó jẹ́ billionaire. Gbogbo Yorùbá tó bá ní connections with actors internationally. We need your support now. It is time when Yorùbá want to find their basis of intact relationship with any other part of Nigeria. It's either you come as a friend or we see you as our enemy. Enough is enough. Future of this people Yoruba or supersede the interest of one singular person that is mischievously not our own interest, but it's our own interest serving the interest of different countries. Our own detriment as the people. Enough is enough. And then so that's authority a little bit láti sọ lórí ìkànnì bàbá tẹ́tẹ́. Wípé Yorùbá people no longer gbé etí wa fún yín kẹ́ gbá ká gbé kejì fún yín kẹ́ pa wá. Enough is enough.
Ẹ ṣeun bàbá wa, ẹ ṣe àdúpẹ́ lọ́wọ́ yín. Mega rally wa tó ń bọ̀ yìí, bàbá kí ni ẹ fẹ́ bá gbogbo ọmọ Yorùbá ọmọ kóòtù òjíire sọ? Torí pé ibi táwa ń lọ làwa sì ń lọ ń tiwa. Sharia law tó ń gbé wá àwa ò ní gbà. Ṣùgbọ́n bàbá kí ni nǹkan tẹ́ ẹ fẹ́ sọ lórí mega rally wa tó ń bọ̀? Kí lẹ fẹ́ sọ, kí lẹ rí sọ lé lórí? Àmọ̀ràn wo lẹ lè fún gbogbo ọmọ Yorùbá kó tó di
need láti dúró kán fún wa ní ọjọ́ mega rally ká tó bẹ̀rẹ̀ sí mobilize àwọn èèyàn wa. We must intensify our mobilization process. Yorùbá ló ní, àwọn Yorùbá ló ní mega rally, kò kí ń ṣe àwọn ọmọ ẹgbẹ́ ìjàngbara ilẹ̀ Yorùbá. Gbogbo àwọn ọmọ Yorùbá ló ní mega rally. We are just daily interface. We are mere messengers. So ẹni ọmọ Yorùbá tó bá ń gbọ́ mẹ́sẹ̀gì lórí program yìí, the mega rally is very near. Wọ́n ti parí àwẹ̀ Mùsùlùmí, wọ́n ti ṣínú àwẹ̀ Mùsùlùmí lẹ́yìn Sunday. Àwọn Kìrìsìtẹ́nì máa follow by April 20. Then after that, there will be a meeting, upon meeting and strategy to choose a date. Date yẹn, nobody can specifically sọ pé date báyìí la máa bẹ̀rẹ̀ mega rally yẹn, but kó má bá wa lójijì kí gbogbo ọmọ Yorùbá bẹ̀rẹ̀ sí kíkẹ́ gidi gan, gbogbo grassroots wa, gbogbo community wa, gbogbo state wa, gbogbo educational system wa, gbogbo àwọn public service, gbogbo institutions wà lẹ́yìn Yorùbá. It is time for us to take this campaign for this Yoruba mega rally as the last rally of our rally. Because it is the rally that will determine the chain of events. Like I said the last time, I appeal on the program about TETE. It will lead to a lot of reactions from the Yoruba people. So they pé ó máa kọ́nọ́mọ́ pẹ̀lú ultimatum tó fáwọn Yorùbá padà wálé. Rally yẹn lè ti bẹ̀rẹ̀. tó máa wọnú ultimatum tí náà táwọn Yorùbá àtàwọn yòókù tó wà nínú padà wálé tó máa jẹ́ kí the heat of the rally yẹn kó le. But the bottom line is this, Baba TETE, event in Nigeria gets so complex. So our people may not even wait until they come for any time regularly to take action. Because project such the tension is not becoming more every minute, every hour. Now, latest development in chat war Ogun le besita at any time from any part of Nigeria. So they must spread like a wildfire all across the length and breadth of Nigeria. Ṣé àwa máa dúró bẹ́ẹ̀ pé kọ́ fún ọkọ gbé láti gbé even when the war is coming to our doorstep wọ́n gbé wọ̀ yẹn bọ̀ sórí territory tiwa. So we need to be logical. We need to be strategic. You don't have to emphasize let our reaction be in conformity with the unfolding drama, the unfolding events and situations that is coming out of Nigeria on a daily basis. Prepare ourselves for any strategic instantaneous reaction. Despite the fact that we are still waiting for our rally to major the I try to take about to realize we must be ready for anything. Àwọn ọ̀dàlẹ̀ tó wà láàrin wa, àwọn tó ń bá Fúlàní ṣe, tó ń bá wọn ṣe, tí wọ́n tó ń ṣe for the sake of forming negative alliance to destroy the future of our people by stealing our resources, by oppressing us, by negatively defining our humanity. I went to the creek of the Niger Delta. I discovered nínú creek àwọn Niger Delta pé the drugs because gbogbo àwọn activism ìjọ is connected to the whole. Kí ni mo mean by that? I will explain. Gbogbo ọmọ ìjọ ló believe nínú Yorùbá ní ìjọ nation. Gbogbo àti tó ṣe senator ní Abuja àti tó jẹ́ governor ní Bayelsa àti gbogbo pátá àti councillor gbogbo wọn ni wọ́n contribute owó wọn. Wọ́n lè ṣe àníyàn wọn to the Ijaw. There is what we call the Ijaw fund. Wọ́n ní fund. Fund is an independent fund. Not within the context of Nigeria. Àti tó ń ta buns, àti tó ń ta pure water, àti tó ń ta rice, àti tó ń ta ice cream, àti youth tó ń zoo ni wọ́n dá owó sínú fund yẹn. Tẹ́bàdé wá wò, they also have their military wing. Military wing wọ́n ní wípé àwọn youth wọ́n tó ti lọ special training to understand the terrain wọn dáadáa tó dẹ̀ ti fún ní ìdánilẹ́kọ̀ọ́ of the Ijaw question in Nigeria. Tí wọ́n pẹ́ tó bá pè wọ́n lẹ́nu kó yá, we are taking over all the Ijaw territories. It will take more than 2-3 days for them to achieve it because once you already create a net the Ijaws are very rich to go into any struggle with anybody, but we don't have it in Yoruba land. We don't have it because there is a dichotomy between the Yoruba politician in Abuja and the Yoruba man who is seeking position. The Yoruba man in Abuja don't matter an enemy. Ó fẹ́ gbàjẹ́ lẹ́nu òun tóun táwọn eléyìí bá tàbá ìfọwọ́ àwọn eléyìí tó bá ṣe kéde kan àwọn ọmọ máa lé wa kó àwa nílé ráyè gàbà mọ́ wọn lórí. These are the unfolding realities that is affecting the struggle of Yorùbá lára àwọn atajẹ́ central nation ṣáà láwọn olóṣèlú náà ẹni. These things kí ló yẹ kó jẹ́ relationship yẹn? How do we help your people to succeed with what you are fighting for? Because ọjọ́ làwa nìyẹn. Are the politicians doing that for us? Did they care about you and I? Ta ló gba jùlábà? Ta ló kú jùlábà? Ta ló lẹ́nu jùlábà? Is that not what they are doing? Creating a class. They are getting what I call conscious class dichotomy. Yoruba majority should not be empowered because they are the one they will use to further deepen their own hegemonic influence. Negotiate with the Fulani power bloc from the north to seek for concession. Because that way is more complicated than what we think. That's why the máa sọ̀rọ̀ mo máa sọ̀rọ̀ pẹ̀lú authority pẹ̀lú ìkọ́ agídí. Why can't we Yoruba do what the Ijaws are doing? The Fulani have the same thing. Tí wo Fulani Nàìjíríà máa meet wọ́n á pe Fulani Gambia wọ́n á pe Fulani Togo wọ́n á lọ meet ní area ní Niger. on their own against the other tribes in Nigeria. Position wọn báwọn ṣe bá sí dominant. Ṣáwọn Yorùbá ń ṣe ṣe ti ro self determination congregation pẹ̀lú ti olóṣèlú tá jókòó tá discuss ọjọ́ ọ̀la Yorùbá rí. Have we seen that before? Is that not what will make somebody like as stupid as Seyi Makinde? Me no respect office because kò respect the life and future àwọn èèyàn mi by wanting to bring Sharia law because àwọn Sharia bí àtàwọn kan ti fún ọ́fíìsì ẹ̀ nípa jẹ́ Wako as governor of Oyo State láti wá compromise the collective security the collective peace and tranquility tó wà nílẹ̀ Yorùbá because Oyo and Ibadan is symbolic to the peace and stability of all the component parts of Yoruba nation. And religion is more or less like a thunderbolt. It can spread like wildfire until it destroy a people. And we are telling him, no, we don't want that. We don't have anything against him. We don't have anything against him. But not that he will listen to us. He may take command from us. Because we are the indigenous owners of the land. We are the indigenous people of the Yoruba nation. So the government must listen to us. It's not bigger than us. It's not privileged. The Nigerian superstructure capable like that. We probably will want to defend as charlatans to overshadow over us because they feel they are the best. They are not to choose. Tell them what we want as the people. Call us off one day. And I think that is it. I think that is it, sir. That is it. We want Yoruba nation. And every effort, every means, we have to stop to them. You could just say, no. Baba Tete.
ẹ ṣeun bàbá wa adúpẹ́ lọ́wọ́ yín Olódùmarè á bá mi wà pẹ̀lú yín ọba mi Èdùmàrè á dúró tì wá àwọn ọmọ Yorùbá ọ̀rọ̀ lẹ ti gbọ́ lẹ́nu bàbá wa Àdìgún Mákànjúọlá agbẹnusọ fún ilẹ̀ Yorùbá pátápátá fún Yorùbá nation ẹ̀yin èèyàn wa eléyìí ò ṣe ṣeréṣeré o ó ń ṣẹlẹ̀ bàbá kẹ́ tó máa lọ kí lẹ lè rí sọ lórí ìjọba Tinubu yìí gan-an kí ni nǹkan tẹ̀ lè rí sọ pàtó because ìjọba yìí in fact mo jòkó lánàá mo kàn ronú pé ìjọba yìí dà pé ó tún fẹ́ worst ju tu ìgbà Buhari because ẹ̀mí ń sọnù lójoojúmọ́ ebi ń pa àwọn èèyàn lójoojúmọ́ náà sì ó múra ọjọ́ ìbí ẹ̀ ó ní òun 73 years of age ó ní 73 years old lòun oríṣiríṣi la tún rí wọn náà tó pákéjì oúnjẹ kókòkó sínú mọ́tò bàbá ṣé bá ṣe máa gba oúnjẹ kókòkó yìí lọ lílé yìí ṣé báwọn ọmọ Yorùbá ṣe máa gba ẹrú lọ ṣé bá bá bí
máa gbọ́ bàbá Tete a sì kí àwọn Yorùbá náà ń gbà a sì kí Yorùbá náà ń gbà òun 73 òun 83 òun whatever age tó bá wù kó jẹ́ ṣóun bẹ̀rù Ọlọ́run ṣé owó tí pé gbà jù 12 struggle Badagry ló gbà lọ àwọn tọ́jọ́ kọ́míjọ́ yẹn máa dáwó kọ wọn Fáṣọ̀hún wà láàrin wọn Oníṣẹ́ Ìkánná wà láàrin wọn.
bàbá báyà kẹ́ kúrò níbi tẹ́ báyà kẹ́ move díẹ̀ níbi tẹ́ wà yẹn ariwo yẹn ò jẹ́ ká gbọ́ yín loud and clear gbọ́ yín clearly ó ti rí ẹ̀kọ́ òun ebi pé atẹ́gùn fẹ́.
wọ́n ní tẹ́rù bá mọ inú rò ó yẹ kó ṣe kí ni ó yẹ kó mọ̀ pé that is 70 something years or whatever age put it to be. tọ́lọ́run bá fún láyè wípé kó wà Abacha tẹ̀ he will not probably will have been president today. Probably ìyàwó Remi will have been married to somebody else. But the truth of matter is this. People have to realize one thing. History and posterity is the pencil that writes whatever we do. Either in our own hands or in the hands of the others. Kó lọ jáwọ́ lápọ̀ tí ó yàn. Tó bá tó tọ́ wọn Yorùbá ní Tinubu. Ó ti wo ní tó ṣe. Whims and cap system àtàwọn tó ń benefit lára ẹ̀ ló ń tì. I would have preferred pé kó pe sovereign national conference. Ìta fi máa fi bọ́ pín Nàìjíríà kó pe wá sí round table kó dẹ̀ pe àwọn kó pe Russia àtàwọn tó mọ̀ pé yes they are disposed to the freedom of the oppressed kó dẹ̀ ká jókòó sórí round table ká resolve issue kó lè kálukú pa lọ. But since Tinubu ó ti sign so many agreements ó ti sign with France ó ti sign pẹ̀lú Turkey all agreement pẹ̀lú àwọn the bourgeoisies in the political circles ní Britain. Then most fundamentally ṣó yẹ yín business partner ni wọ́n, then within the context of Yoruba land ó ti mú àwọn kan wá ó ti sọ wọ́n di instrument of oppression kó tó bá di kàn án gidá àwọn náà máa lò. So bá ṣe ní Yorùbá náà lá ní fake Yorùbá àwọn fake ẹ ló ń ṣiṣẹ́ fake of Yorùbá to create a division láàrin wa wípé àwọn Yorùbá kan they are Yorùbá Nigerians they are called Yorùbás àwọn náà fi ń ṣòṣèlú èso bí àlù bàbá tẹ̀tẹ̀ ṣe fake tàbí Tinubu ò wò pé kúkọ wọn bí kan ibi tá a bá jayé dé ayé mọ̀ pé ajá jẹ́ kọ́ lè lọ pé àwọn kan wà tó jẹ́ bẹ́ẹ̀ àwọn kan tó bẹ́ẹ̀ bẹ́ẹ̀ kọ́kọ́ náà tí wọ́n mọ̀ ni wọ́n kíá ni ìwọ tó bá lọ gbà either the silence or the death and take out of the business. ṣé ẹ kò ẹ lọ bá fọ tó jẹ́ kọ́ pèsè tó jẹ́ ọmọ secretary of foreign affairs ní Britain jù ni ó lọ fẹ́ jù. I láwọn series of position tó ó ní other sovereign state yẹn ló fi save Israel tó jẹ́ gẹ́gẹ́ bí orílẹ̀-èdè wọn tó kó gbogbo ọmọ ojújọ lágbàáyé. Why is Tinubu not taking in land life? Why is the people who want to destroy human life? He wants to proclaim himself as the Lord of the manor. Tó bá tí Yorùbá bá eventually bá sọ̀ sí ìta bá lọ tán kí ló fẹ́ kó akán pa òun. Ṣèbá àwọn tó ń tìlẹ́yìn lẹ́yìn tó bá wọ́n pé Yorùbá ti gba sovereign state sí gbogbo ọdún máa padà bẹ̀rẹ̀ sí ṣépè fún àtẹ̀ràn àwọn family ẹ̀. Are we going to continue to live permanently on the season of sycophancy? What does it benefit you kó máa dọ̀bálẹ̀ fàájà tó wípé ó fẹ́ bá pé gungun? It's so sad, ẹ̀gbọ́n mi, bàbá tẹ́ntẹ́. I feel like crying every day tí wọ́n ń wọ̀wọ̀ Yorùbá yìí nínú Nàìjíríà. Wọ́n dàgbé tó bí wọ́n bá jì wọ́n because wọ́n bá ṣe ayọ̀ ni. Ṣé àwọn tó wà ní òṣèlú yóò ti ẹ̀wọ̀ tí pé Yorùbá làwọn ni? Ẹ̀wọ̀ Pẹ́yẹmí, òun náà wá ń ṣe rẹ̀ gbẹ̀yàn pàtàkì. Is it better than those of them tó jẹ́ contemporary ẹ̀ tí ó kú wọn ò lè jẹ́ one square meter? How many of them come down? Àbí ẹ̀ tá a pè láwọn gọ́ọ̀mẹ̀ntì ẹ̀rọ aládùúgbò pé wọ́n ti fa institutions ọ̀bẹ àwọn Nàìjíríà tí wọ́n fi ta ló ga jù lábà kẹ́ni má tó mi tó fi oppress àwọn ìwà àtẹ́báyé wọn àwọn gọ́ngọ́ ní alágbẹnusọ Tinubu. The same negative characteristic and traits ní gbogbo wà láìpẹ́. So Yorùbá ní kó dìde Yorùbá ní kó láwọn fẹ́ wo láìpẹ́ mọ́ àṣẹwé ayé mọ́. We want our own nation. We want our own freedom. We want our own humanity. Ẹ wo nǹkan tí màá yẹn ní Burkina Faso ń ṣe. Deny as many things as head of state. Showing leadership by example. Can we not have that in Yoruba land? Can we not have that in Yoruba nation? In a free land flowing with milk and honey? So in the light of the whole of Black Africa, where we can compete on equal terms with the white civilization, where we can use all our language, our culture, our indigenous characteristics as a form of revolutionary philosophy. Like to develop Ilewa. Of the national development of Yoruba nation. Kí là ń sọ? Ẹ̀gbọ́n yé wa o, ó yé wa ju wa lọ. Àwọn akẹ́kọ̀ọ́ tó wà lẹ́yìn. Tá a bá gba freedom yẹn, ó bẹ́tà kí Nàìjíríà kà wá ní bẹ́ẹ̀ wọ́n sì wájà tó yẹ ká lọ. Àgbébọn, àgbẹ́nìtì. Yet wọ́n oppress wa, wọ́n bá sọ fẹ́ wa. Kí àwọn ọ̀gbìn sọ́ọ̀tì wa lè pa. Wọ́n jẹ́ kí yóò bá lè ní láàárín. Wọ́n bá kí yóò bá wọ́n bẹ̀rẹ̀ sí gbẹ́mí. Dàbẹ̀ àwọn wọn bribe àwọn kan láàárín wa. Wọ́n á dájà láàrin wa kábẹ́ tí bá wà jà. For how long are we continue to tolerate this? For how long are we going to tolerate this? Gbogbo ànímọ́ ni wa kò sí lọ́wọ́ wa mọ́. Àwọn tó fún àwọn fúlàní sọ fún ọ̀rẹ́ bí ọ̀tún àwọn fúlàní àti turkey tó produce sophisticated weapons. Báwo làwọn múmọ̀ ẹ̀ ṣe wọnú territory wa tó yẹ pé àwọn security agencies tó fi wá build all series of nests and camps cells territory tó pé ó wà digun gẹ̀jẹ̀ àwọn ọmọ ọlọ́run. So Yorùbá have to be proactive. Káwọn tó wà lókè ọ̀yà kan padà wálé. Mo pray káwọn náà ti bẹ̀rẹ̀ killings ẹ̀. Àwa fi yé wọn wípé not only stop dealing with them in our land, march to the north and of our silence tó wà establishment north. Pass down to the north. That is the essence of why I went to Ijo land, which was with Creek, to build that alliance. To build the alliance there, Ijo, Yorùbá nation. Káwọn àjọ ti tó pé enough is enough. Kọ́ àwọn ọlọ́pàá wọn wá. God bless you, sir.
Ẹ ṣeun ẹ ṣeun dáàdì wa, mo dúpẹ́ lọ́wọ́ yín. Màá fẹ́ yọ̀ǹda yín bàbá wa, ẹ kú iṣẹ́ takuntakun látàárọ̀. Ọba mi Èdùmàrè á bá mi dúró tì yín, gbogbo alájọ máa dé ilẹ̀ lérí wa
àṣẹ
lágbára Elédùà. Ẹ bá wa kí gbogbo ọmọ Yorùbá kó tó di pé ẹ fi orí ìkànnì lẹ̀, ẹ bá wa kí wọn kẹ́ tó forí ìkànnì sílẹ̀. Ẹ ṣeun dúpẹ́ o, God bless you sir. Ẹ ṣeun mo dúpẹ́ bàbá mi
bless
Mákànjú
you
Ọlá
too.
Àdìgún.
Gbogbo
Ẹ ṣeun dáàdì.
àwọn ọmọ káàró òjíire, mo fẹ́ fi opportunity fi bẹ̀ yín pé ẹ má lose hope. Your freedom is coming. Gbogbo assignment, gbogbo iṣẹ́ tó bá ti ní ká ṣe, gbogbo ọ̀nà tó bá ní ká gbà, gbogbo ẹgbẹ́ tó bá jẹ́ ní ìtẹ́ bá rí, ẹ identify pẹ̀lú wọn. We have various organizations under Baba Adébẹ́jì Akíntóyè. Igi kan ní, ó ní many branches. Ṣóyè yín, I am a messenger of the Yoruba nation and also a member of Yoruba Ọmọlúwàbí 1000. Yoruba Global Ọmọlúwàbí 1000. So also I have organs in YSDM. Iṣẹ́ tèmi fún Yorùbá ni. I don't belong to any pé bóyá kíní kan. Iṣẹ́, I'm a messenger of the Yoruba people. Tíṣẹ́ tó bá wọn mi ni mo máa ṣe, tó bá ti genuine. Tó bá dé pé under Baba Adébẹ́jì Akíntóyè ní ẹgbẹ́ yẹn wà, iṣẹ́ tó bá wọn mi ni mo máa ṣe. So mo dẹ̀ ń bẹ̀ yín, mò ń rọ̀ yín, ẹ support bàbá, ẹ support gbogbo àwọn leaders wa of various organizations tó wà genuine tó gbé iṣẹ́ yìí dání. Then àwọn bloggers wa, ẹ jọ ẹ follow pattern baba 1010. Your program should be agenda setting lórí ọ̀rọ̀ tó ń lọ. Kò ń ṣe pé kẹ́ máa sọ fún wa pé wọ́n ti pa èèyàn mẹ́wàá ní Ondo, wọ́n ti pa ààfẹ́ yẹn. Tó bá pa èèyàn mẹ́wàá ní Ondo, ẹ máa fún wa ní, ẹ máa create program fún wa kí la fẹ́ ṣe. Ẹ wo ọ̀rọ̀ tí wọ́n fún wa ní notice ní pé káwọn èèyàn máa bọ̀ nílé. Ẹ wo program tí question baba 1010 ń béèrè pé kí ni position wa, kí la fẹ́ ṣe. Ẹ bá wọn sọ̀rọ̀ pé kọ́ máa bọ̀ nílé. That is how to mobilize and educate and sanitize people, not sensational program. We need affirmative action program to touch on our sensibility lórí ọ̀rọ̀ tó ń lọ nípa ìjàngbara wa àti gbogbo làásìgbò àtàjálù tó wà lórílùú Nàìjíríà tó lè tètè quicken process wa of getting out of the British created miasma called Fulani Republic of Nigeria. Ẹ ṣé gan sir. Ẹ ṣé, God bless you sir.
Thank you very much sir. Ẹ ṣeun
Thank
o,
you, sir.
kẹ́ ní wonderful day. Ẹ ṣé mo dúpẹ́ o.
Ẹ ṣé
Ẹ
gangan
ṣeun o
nìyẹn.
bàbá mi.
Ẹ ṣé
Ó dàbọ̀ o,
bàbá,
mo dúpẹ́
Ọlọ́run
lọ́wọ́
bá
yín
wà
o,
pẹ̀lú wa.
ojú òní tì yín o. Thank you very much. Ẹ
Yoruba
ṣeun.
nation no going back.
No
No going
going
back.
back.
It is either freedom of fatherland or death. No going back. All of us from Africa, we are not going to go back. Tó bá yá wọn ní dúró wọn sá lọ ni. Ó dàbọ̀ sir. Thank you.
Ẹ ṣeun dáàdì mi, thank you very much. Ẹ ṣé gan. Ẹ ṣeun. Ẹ̀yin èèyàn mi, mo kí wa. Mo láwọn fídíò kan tí mo fẹ́ fún yín lénìí fún àwọn nǹkan tó ń lọ lọ́wọ́lọ́wọ́ ní ilẹ̀ Nàìjíríà. Mo láwọn fídíò kan tí mo fẹ́ fi wọ̀nyí lónìí fún àwọn ìṣẹ̀lẹ̀ tó ń ṣẹlẹ̀ lọ́wọ́lọ́wọ́ nílùú Nàìjíríà. Ẹ̀yin ènìyàn mi, Nàìjíríà ti wà nínú ogun. Kìdẹ̀ ń ṣe pé a ṣẹ̀ wà ń bẹ̀, ṣùgbọ́n mi ò kọ̀ mọ̀ nǹkan tó ṣe àwọn ọmọ Yorùbá ni tí gbogbo ẹ̀ silent tó dà pé kò sí nǹkan ń ṣe wá, ṣùgbọ́n à ń ṣe bíi pé nǹkan ò ṣe wá. Ẹ̀yin ènìyàn mi, mo fi àsìkò yìí ń rọ gbogbo ẹ̀yin ọmọ ìyá mi, ẹ jọ̀ọ́ ẹ bá mi share ètò yìí ní abala tá a dé yìí. Ẹ bá mi share ètò yìí ní kíákíá kó débi tó yẹ kó dé. Àwọn fídíò wà, àwọn ọmọ Àrẹwà Fúlàní, ìkọ́ tiẹ̀ jáde báyìí tó lòun fún Bọ́lá Tinubu ní ṣé 48 hours ṣé 24 hours láti kó gbogbo àwọn èèyàn ẹ̀ kúrò ní north. Pé bí bẹ́ẹ̀ kọ́ rẹ́rẹ́ máa rún. Ẹ̀yin ènìyàn mi, ẹ̀yin náà mọ̀ pé àwọn Fúlàní bíi pé wọ́n ti àláàtì ara wọn pé àsìkò ti tó ẹja bẹ́gun lójú. Àánú ilẹ̀ Yorùbá dẹ̀ ṣe mí nítorí pé àwọn aráabí wọ́n ti sọ̀ráǹdì wa, wọ́n ti yí wa ká, gbogbo inú igbó wa ni wọ́n ti wọ̀. Gbogbo àwọn ọlọ́dẹ wa, àwọn ọba, ìjòyè, àwọn olówó ìlú, àwọn gómìnà wa, wọn empower wọn. Ààrẹ Ọ̀nà Kakanfò aṣẹ̀rí lẹ́nu àná sí ìjẹta báyìí tí Seyi Makinde ti gbé Sharia wọ Ọ̀yọ́ state tó ṣẹ̀ ń pariwo pé wọn ò ní gbà. Dóòná a fẹ́ wo akitiyan bàbá lórí ọ̀rọ̀ yìí ṣùgbọ́n ẹ̀yin ọmọ kóòtù òjire àwọn Fúlàní tó ń bẹ nínú igbó wa kí ló fẹ́ ṣẹlẹ̀ báyìí ẹ̀yin ènìyàn mi àwọn fídíò ń bẹ tí ẹ máa rí láti fi ṣe àtìlẹ́yìn fún àwọn ọ̀rọ̀ tí a ti ń sọ bọ̀ látẹ̀ẹ̀kan ẹ jájọ kọ́kọ́ wo eléyìí ní pápápá ẹ jájọ kọ́kọ́ gbọ́ fídíò ń bẹ lọ́wọ́ mi tí ẹ máa wò lónìí ẹ já sáré gbélé yẹ̀wò
Seventh of April, there is war in every two states before they carried out an attack on Christmas Eve that killed 140 persons. There was, an information. There was a letter. Some persons even posted it on social media, on Facebook, that they are coming to attack the community, and they did. Now, my attention has been drawn about the declaration of war on the 7th of April. That is next week, Friday, that they are going to declare war to attack all the whole Christians in the north. Now, this picture you are seeing on Facebook, now, this is what it reads. We are inviting all Muslims. 7th of April, there is war in every church in northern Nigeria. We are inviting all Muslims. 7th of April, there is war in every church in northern Nigeria. Now, why is this person calling for war against the Christians in the north? Okay? Follow me in this video step by step so that you will understand every detail that I am going to give you. Now, who is this person? I will not go more into his identity. You have seen the picture. You can go to Facebook and check it by yourself. So this video is not all about personal, individual, but it's all about security. Okay. Now, let us understand the reason why this person know that one of your Muslim brother, the person you are seeing on the screen right now, is one of the people. Okay, however, I will not put it on the screen for security purpose. Okay, but I have one of the pictures of people who carried out the attack. If police want it, I can give it to police. The picture, they took the picture, and one of them, according to the picture, is a Muslim. So what are you trying to tell us, that it is a Christian or Muslim war? People are trying to turn it into a religious war, but it is a warning. This was how the
what we must understand
it happened. Okay, now this account is Arewa Republic. This Arewa Republic, I don't know who is handling it, but this Facebook account has ability to appeal to wider audience, so people follow it, and it's an account of self-determination of Arewa Republic. Now, this is what they posted, according to the translation. Blood is thicker than water. There were 24 Hausas Muslims eager to return for Sanda to their homes, to their families, to their mothers, daughters, and wives. But their lives were cut short by the Igbo settlers in Uromi. That caught my attention. By the Igbo settlers of Uromi. I am not a security expert, but we must talk reality out of issues. From my little knowledge about security, all these things are, the little smoke of the fire that is burning. There is war already. Okay? There is war already. Now, people that died, every soul matters a lot. As I said, I don't support crime. I don't support mob action. I don't support anything evil. Okay? I hate evil. That is why I am taking interest on security of lives and property. Everything about insecurity, I report it. Okay? Now, when you look at this write-up, what has this to do with Igbos? What has this to do with Igbos? And I learned that among the people who carried out this thing is an Hausa man. Whether it's, it is difficult to differentiate between Hausa, Fundani, or whether it's Kauri, but from the northern extraction. Okay? Because time will come, people must know the truth. Now, you see, in the month of Ramadan, in hunger and thirst, the heartless murderers did not pity them. They dragged them through the streets of Uromi, beating them with logs of wood. We saw the video, okay? We saw the video. But what has the Uromi matter has to do with Igbos? Uromi is Edo State. The Uromis are not even Igbo. For example, it happened in Agbo. Maybe you could say Agbo is an Igbo speaking, that is in Delta State, Delta North. But Uromi is far in Edo State. So calling Uromi people, Igbos, is a kind of something that doesn't make sense. Meaning, you people have been looking for opportunity to fight Igbos. That is what it just means, okay? Now, this is what the also in this Arewa Republic. We are going back home. We deserve freedom and dignity. Arewa Republic now. That is lovable. Everybody have right for self-determination. Everybody have the right for self-determination. You can agitate and negotiate for Arewa Republic. Everybody will love it. The Oduduwa Republic can negotiate and agitate for their own. The Biafrans, everybody, every ethnic group has the right to agitate. Nobody is against that. And the purpose they did it is because of what is happening. That is why this thing is coming out. Now, this is another one. Say, to divide Nigeria is a tax that must be done. We cannot continue like this. Arewa Republic now. Before people begin to talk about the division of Nigeria, I really want to let people to know that 90% of Nigeria at this moment wants Nigeria to divide. Nobody wants to remain in this shenanigan. It doesn't make sense. We are not created to be enemies, but we are not created to be in one country. That is the truth. Because I can see myself going to Dubai, going to Qatar, going to Saudi Arabia, enjoying holidays there, go to everywhere and come back.
Good morning, my fellow Nigerians.
I can see myself going there to tour the sands in the north deserts like they do in Dubai and come back. But, the amalgamation of Nigeria has done evil to this entity called Nigeria, but people are yet to understand it. We were never meant to remain in one country, but we were not created to be enemies. People should get this fact correct. Okay? We were created differently, different ideology, different set of education. You see, Boko Haram has been fighting tirelessly because they are talking about, Western education is the same. We don't have one faculty. People should understand this. It has nothing to do with bigotry. I love people from Qatar. By the way, one of my friends is from Saudi Arabia, born and brought up in Saudi Arabia, from Saudi Arabia there. He talks English very well. We discuss. We talk about issues that affect, inter-religion, social culture. We discuss. That is how things are supposed to be. But if you can join Iran and America, that day the world war will start. Both of them can be in one country. But if both of them can come down to their senses, they can have mutual relations. That is how life is supposed to be. But with all these things, the reason why I'm drawing the attention of people to this is because the threats that people are talking about, whether you like it or not, is real. Okay? So that was what happened in Plateau State and different part of Plateau. People were just saying, just forget about it. But what happened? Why that was happening, they gave the security agencies 33 distress call and they did not respond. So it was a plan they colluded with them. And not only that, I still want to let people know that despite all souls are very important, the rate at which this is going viral is alarming. Now, every soul is important. Nobody deserves to die. But people are dying in Nigeria every day. People are dying in Nigeria every day, of which people are not supposed to die. But we should treat everybody equal. Nobody came out to say we are going to burn the whole mosque in the south because Deborah was killed. We didn't say we are going to do this because it's not important. We were not created to be enemies. But we were never meant to be in one country. So we can't say because, Deborah was killed, she was born and died, so every mosque in the south, let us go and burn it. That is barbaric. It has no place. Okay? So, but people who are calling for war, nobody is afraid of war any longer. Nobody is afraid of war any longer. This is 2025. Okay? War has gone spiritual. War has gone technological. And war has gone beyond what people think or reason. So, nobody is afraid of war. But it's not important. Okay? It's not important. I do not blame people who are now calling for war, who are calling for different kind of things. I blame the system. I blame Britain, who amalgamated Nigeria. They fully know that this can't work up to today. But Britain gave an exact date where people should come together to discuss whether Nigeria should be one or not. That is after 100 years. Consult your lawyer, ask him about this. But people are too blind to understand the reality we are passing through. Now, let me tell you, when are we going to stop living in falsehood? We have been living in falsehood for long. Every day of our life, we are living in falsehood. It has to stop. Yeah, I said so. We are living in falsehood. It has to stop. Tinubu knows that Nigeria is not going to work. When they chased him out of Nigeria, when he was a senator, after Abionda's election, he made one statement, and I quote him: "One Nigeria can never work." I don't believe in one Nigeria. That was the exact statement Tinubu made. But today is your president. We are living in falsehood. You and I know that this country will never work. You and I know. Since I was born till today, I have been seeing retrogression, not progression in Nigeria. Every day, even while I was growing up, every day we are kneeling down praying. If you are a Catholic and you were born and brought up, those 90s Catholic Bishop Conference of Nigeria, they brought a prayer. We are praying prayer for Nigeria in distress, all powerful, never living God we do, and always to give you thanks, blah, 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 blah. We pray God should protect Nigeria from chaos, anarchy, and doom, blah, 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 blah. The more you pray, the more the doom comes. We are living in the doom days. The more you pray, the more the doom comes. So, here we are today. It's not a matter of prayer. It's a matter of common sense. Everybody must come to their senses. The politicians should come to their senses. That's your evil agenda. Your power, power is, you can't see when you have power. It is very hard for you to see. Someone like Wike, the supreme leader of Nigerian judiciary, that is whom he is. You can't have case in court with Wike and you will win him. Look at how he's using the judiciary to throw PDP off balance, to throw Rivers State into chaos. Look at what is just going on. We don't have any country at all. People will die, nobody will talk. And thank you, people have seen the result of silence. Silence is dangerous. Silence is dangerous. Governor will not talk, local government chairman will not talk, the president will not talk. This is where it is. People have resolved to self-help because no help. Police can't, military can't, DSS can't, nobody. Nobody's doing anything at all. So people die in the villages, their life doesn't matter, and you think the villagers will continue. See, let me tell you, the worst is happening in Nigeria already. The Fulani terrorists are killing, they are kidnapping. What is the crime of the villagers? What is the crime of people from the Middle Belt, from the South, even people from the North as well, who are victims of all these things? What is their crime? Because they were born and brought up from Nigeria. Nigeria kills dream. Nigeria kills destiny. Nigeria have destroyed more life than the people he made. The people who benefited from Nigeria benefited through fraud, like Dangote Elumeludem. Dangote confessed during IBB birthday that IBB made them, gave them oil blocks, gave them bank licenses, and they gave him only 1 million naira. They said that openly. This is a complete fraud. We are living in falsehood. No country will progress like this. When a foundation is destroyed, if you like, build a foundation for your bathing room just to construct a public bathroom and start building a skyscraper on top of that foundation. People are dreaming progress. People are dreaming that Nigeria should be great. But on what foundation? On what foundation? On what foundation do you want Nigeria to be great? Building a skyscraper on a toilet foundation? You are kidding me. You people are jokers. You people are jokers. As far as I'm concerned, it's going to collapse. It's not going to work. It's going to collapse. No matter the amount of repair you put on it, when it collapses, everybody inside will die. Few will survive it. So the best thing you need to do, everybody will come down from the upstairs and get it destroyed. People who want to go and buy a house, another place you want to buy. People who want to go anywhere they want to go. You are free to go. So what I'm trying to say is that I repeat this. I don't have water in my mouth. We were not created to be enemies, but we were never meant to be in one country.
Ƙasar nan ta rabu, a raba ta kawai. Wallahi, a ra'ayina da masu ra'ayi irin nawa, ƙasar nan ta rabu.
ẹ̀yin èèyàn mi ọ̀rọ̀ lẹ ti gbọ́ yìí ọ̀rọ̀ lẹ ti gbọ́ yìí now mo kàn fẹ́ kẹ́ ẹ mọ̀ ìṣẹ̀lẹ̀ tó ṣẹlẹ̀ ní Uromi àbí Uromi yà so òun ló trigger gbogbo ogun tó fẹ́ ṣẹlẹ̀ yìí ṣẹ̀dẹ̀ mọ̀ pé Fúlàní àwọn ló sọ pé àwọn làwọn ní Nàìjíríà kì í ṣe àwa ṣẹ́ ń gbọ́rọ̀ mi ṣẹ̀dẹ̀ rí in tí à ń sọ̀rọ̀ yìí kì í ṣeré on the 7th next month wọ́n ní wọ́n máa dá ogun lẹ̀ bí wọ́n máa dá Fúlàní ò dẹ̀ sọ̀rọ̀ yìí kó má múṣẹ ó la ṣe sọ fún gbogbo ẹ̀yin èèyàn wa tẹ́ wà lókè ọ̀yà pé kẹ́ máa bọ̀ wá sílé torí pé àwa náà ká lè jọ wá fọwọ́sowọ́pọ̀ ká jọ pariwo pé a ò fẹ́ Nàìjíríà mọ́ because ẹ tún gbọ́ nǹkan tí ọmọ àlè tún sọ Fúlàní lélẹ́yìí ó jáde ẹ gbọ́ nǹkan tó sọ.
What we must understand is the Fulanis.
ẹ jẹ́ ká gbọ́ nǹkan tí Fúlàní sọ.
Good morning, my fellow Nigerians. So, I have seen a lot of people complaining that justice for Deborah, justice for Deborah. So, if you haven't forgotten the Southerners, Deborah was not killing just for no reason. Deborah was killed because she abused the whole.
Ó lọ sọ ọ̀dọ̀ tí ọ̀rọ̀ tí Deborah ló kọ́kọ́ fi wọlé ẹ máa gbọ́ o.
Good morning, my fellow Nigerians. So, I have seen a lot of people complaining that justice for Deborah, justice for Deborah. So, if you haven't forgotten the Southerners, Deborah was not killing just for no reason. Deborah was killed because she abused the holy prophet, our beloved Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam. Have you ever seen any northerner abusing Jesus? No. There is no any northerner that has abused Jesus. No, it has never happened. But those stupid Christians among you, the stupid among you, the dumbest among you abuse the holy prophet, and you think that we will keep quiet and see. That is the law. Anybody that abuses our prophet, he or she will be killed. Because don't forget.
Ara Sharia tí Seyi Makinde tó gbé wọlé Yorùbá lẹ̀ ń wò yẹn o. Sharia tó fẹ́ gbé wọlé Yorùbá lẹ̀ ń wò yẹn o. Anybody tó bá sọ̀rọ̀ sí Ọlọ́run wọn pípa ni wọ́n gbọ́dọ̀ pa. Sharia ti wà ní ilẹ̀ Ọ̀yọ́ o. Seyi Makinde kọ́kọ́ yarí ṣùgbọ́n ńgbà tó yá ọ̀rọ̀ tó sọ ó dàbí ẹni tí wọ́n gbé wọnú yàrá tí wọ́n lù lálùbami tí wọ́n á sọ pé níta ń fẹ́ gan ni kó sọ síta àbẹ̀ni tí wọ́n gbówó fún àwọn olóṣèlú yìí gbàbọ̀dè fún wa tọ́po ẹgbọ́n nǹkan tó sọ ẹnikẹ́ni Deborah wọ́n pa torí pé ó bú Ọlọ́run wọn Sharia nìyẹn nílẹ̀ náà tí o òfin Sharia nìyẹn o lára ilẹ̀ ń gbọ́ yẹn ọmọ Fúlàní ló sọ̀rọ̀ yìí o now ẹja máa gbọ́ lọ o ẹja máa gbọ́ lọ.
Abuse Jesus. No, it has never happened. But those stupid Christians among you, the stupid among you, the dumbest among you abuse the holy prophet, and you think that we will keep quiet and see. That is the law. Anybody that abuses our prophet, he or she will be killed. Because don't forget. Go and find the name. We have never abused Jesus, and we will never. Because let me tell you something that you don't know. In Islam, that is our religion. If you abuse Jesus, you are no more a Muslim. That is Prophet Isa alayhi salam. As we know him, not Jesus, but his name is Prophet Isa. Number one, the only difference between we and you people are we only believe that Jesus is a prophet, is a messenger sent from Allah, that is the God, the creator of all creators. You consider a human being as a God. Imagine. He is a prophet and a messenger. Don't forget that. Let me tell you something. If these actions are not taken against these 16 northerners that are killed in Edo, anything that follows to your people here in the north, you are the people that cause it. Mr. President Bola Tinubu, this is a message direct to you. And His Excellency, the Governor of Edo State, Mr. Monday, this is also a message directly to you. You know, you have many of your people in the north, more especially Borno State, Kano State, Jos, Kaduna, Jigawa, not Jigawa, but I think around Adamawa people. So there are many Christians here. We won't consider whether you are from Edo, whether if you are from Cote d'Ivoire. Definitely, if you are a Southerner, the thing that will follow are caused by you people. That is you and President Tinubu. Mr. Monday, actions must be taken within these 48 hours. Because we will do this thing when it is very harsh, because we won't allow our heart to have patience. Let it be the last warning. 48 hours is enough. 48 hours is enough.
Okay.
Time is not against you. Time is against us. Mr. President, we only have few minutes. Few minutes, not even hours, minutes. Fetch out those people that this saw. Because if actions are not taken, you have the people here, then we will do same to them. Thank you.
Unfortunately, I saw comment to say, DSS, police, pick this one. We don't get it. First and foremost, this marriage of North and South Protectorate of Nigeria wasn't necessary in the first place. It's an abusive, toxic marriage. There is no reason why any form of alignment would have been done. Whatever was done in 1940 called amalgamation, these guys have no reason aligning with us. You see the way they think. And guess what? Consistently for over 15 years of this nation's existence, in the last 15 years, let's not go too much. At least from 2010 up until today, the numbers of Christians, the numbers of Southerners that have died in this country, they are accountable. As I talk to you, it is now a record that the place in the world where more Christians have been killed is Nigeria. Yet, no Christian has done a video like this. We've asked our religious leaders, our general overseers and pastors, the Papa Deboye, the Bishop did speak a few times. It was heavy at some point, but of course, pressure on him. Apostle Suleiman, Issa El Buba, all of these guys continually spoke at some point, but DSS started to put pressure on them, and somehow, for national peace sake, they began to reduce their voices so that it doesn't spring a religious war. No Nigerian Christian has ever done a video to threaten the peace of this country. Carry on. Because Christians in the country. Now the problem is arresting these guys, not the problem. Is this not an ideology that an average Muslim person carry around? It is. As I talk to you, these guys are not thinking. Now they are not bothered that 16 persons were released, and then police and the government is doing everything possible to ensure that justice is served. They are seeing it that it is a religious war that must be done. And guess what? Whether you arrest this guy or not, it will not stop them from reacting. It will not stop them from doing what they want to do. In fact, it is that it has not gotten into the news. As I talk to you, there is no way one or two reactions will not have happened in very obscure, crude, village environment. Because of course, on a daily basis, these guys go unprovoked into communities where they have predominant Christians and they finish everybody there. And so this one is threatening the President of the Federal Republic of Nigeria. While we begin to seek for solutions to some of these crises, we are going to sit down to ask ourselves, should we still continue this marriage? Because this one is a testament that we are going nowhere. That's why these guys are, okay, this one sound very educated, as you can hear. So even the one, when we complain that these guys are not being educated, even the ones that are educated, they are educated for reasons like this. This one now will grow tomorrow. As he is now, there are some scholars that are going to like him and say, I like this thought. They will hide him. They may release another idiot on somewhere to be arrested and say he's the one. Or put him and do a public charade and arrest him and then tomorrow they release him. This one now is going to be sent into certain ministries. He will get in politics and become a senator, become a governor, because this ideology must be put.
Ẹ̀yin èèyàn mi, ẹ̀yin ọmọ kóòtù òjìrè, ṣé àwọn fídíò tí mò ń fún yín yìí ẹ mọ̀ pé kí làrólé ń ṣe yìí ohun tó ń lọ lọ́wọ́lọ́wọ́ ni mò ń já yín sí ìṣẹ̀lẹ̀ tó ń lọ lọ́wọ́lọ́wọ́ ni mò ń já yín sí kẹ́yìn bá lè mọ bẹ́ẹ̀ ṣe máa gbáradì ṣé mọ̀ pé mo sọ fún yín pé mi ì dédé ń jáde ṣùgbọ́n tí n bá jáde ó ní tó gbé mi jáde ẹ̀yin èèyàn mi ogun ti dé bodè sẹ́ mo lélẹ̀ tó ṣe mí láàánú ni pé àwọn aráabí ti yí wa po ṣùgbọ́n àwa náà ò ní gbà ó dàbí ọ̀rọ̀ bàbá mi olóyè ọmọ Adéyẹmọ ni ó lóun sọ kọ́ má pa òun ṣùgbọ́n kó tó di pé wọ́n lè róun pa ó lóun náà ta gbogbo ìpẹ́pẹ́ ara òun ẹ̀yin èèyàn mi àti ẹ̀wà ní kú ikú kíkù kan bí kò ṣe yíyè lélẹ̀ tó wà ńlẹ̀ yìí ọmọ Yorùbá mo rọ̀ yín ẹ̀bẹ̀ mo wá bẹ̀ yín lónìí ẹ̀yin tẹ́ ń bẹ lókè ọya àwọn tó pa ní Ìròmì láti ọjọ́ tí àwọn ará Ìròmì tí wọ́n ti ń pariwo síjọba tí wọ́n ti ń ké pé àwọn Fúlàní ò jẹ́ ń roko wọn ò jọ ń rodò wọ́n ń pa wọ́n nínú oko wọ́n ṣe gbá ǹjẹ́ ẹ rí kí ìjọba pèsè ààbò fún wọn kọra ìjọba tó wà ní Ìròmì gan fúnra wọn ǹjẹ́ ẹ rí kí ìjọba pèsè ààbò now elégbò wá jẹ ṣiṣi báyìí ariwo ta because nígbà tó máa wọn gáìsì yẹn wọ́n fi mọ́tò Dangote náà fi ń kó wọn as usual bó ṣe máa ń fi ń kó wọn ni wọ́n tún fi ń kó wọn lọ sí bùbá wọn kó tó di pé àkàrà wọn tú sépo ẹ̀yin èèyàn mi inú bí àwọn ènìyàn torí àwọn ènìyàn wọn tí wọ́n ti sọnù wọ́n dáná sun àwọn aráabí náà sì àwọn Fúlàní tí wọ́n ní Nàìjíríà wọ́n fẹ́ dogun lẹ̀ wọ́n á bẹ̀rẹ̀ sí ní pa àwọn èèyàn ní ṣọ́ọ̀ṣì ẹ wo eléyìí tó ṣẹlẹ̀ lọ́wọ́ tí wọ́n wọlé wọ́n pa àwọn èèyàn ẹ wo eléyìí tó ṣẹlẹ̀ l'Ákúrẹ́ láìpẹ́ yìí ẹ̀yin èèyàn mi now àti ìbẹ̀lẹ̀ tó tún fẹ́ ṣẹlẹ̀ báyìí ńgbà tó bá bẹ̀rẹ̀ ní north àwọn ti Ìròmì wọ́n á bẹ̀rẹ̀ káàkiri bẹ́yẹn ẹ̀yin ọmọ Yorùbá ogun ti dé sẹ́ẹ̀ ó dàbí ọ̀rọ̀ tí bàbá mi Mákọ̀jọ́ sọ lẹ́ẹ̀kan pé eléyìí ò dìgbà tá a ṣe ń dúró de mẹ́gàrálì pé everybody gbọ́dọ̀ jáde báyìí láti make sure pé òun defend ilẹ̀ bàbá òun wọ́n tún gbé Sharia wọlé gbogbo nǹkan ni wọ́n fẹ́ fi gbalẹ̀ wa ọmọ Yorùbá ẹ̀ gbọ́dọ̀ gbà o Ṣèyí Mákindé ó fẹ́ gbàbọ̀dè àbúká sọ pé ó ti gbàbọ̀dè fún wa wọn náà máa bẹ̀rẹ̀ wọn ló ti wà lọ́yọ̀ọ́ èmi ti ẹ̀ jẹ́rìí àwọn ará Èkìtì wọn ò lè jẹ́ gbà láyé Èkìtì a lè gbà mo dẹ̀ jẹ́rìí àwọn ará Àkúrẹ́ náà a ní gbàgbàkúgbà yẹn lọ́wọ́ wọn bẹ́ẹ̀ náà ni Sultan Sokoto ṣe ń sọ wípé òun ṣẹ̀ṣẹ̀ bẹ̀rẹ̀ ní o pé gbogbo ìpínlẹ̀ mẹ́fẹ̀ẹ̀fà ilẹ̀ Yorùbá pátápátá gbogbo ilẹ̀ Yorùbá òun ni Sharia law máa wà ṣé ẹ mọ̀ pé Sultan Sokoto náà ló sọ pé òun ló lórí ọba pátápátá ní Nàìjíríà òun ó lè pàṣẹ fọ́ọ̀ni of Ilé-Ifẹ̀ ó lóun lè pàṣẹ fọ́bọ ọba Ọ̀yọ́ ṣèbí ẹ rántí nígbà kan tí olóyè Ọmọ Adéyẹmọ dá lóhùn pé irọ́ kò sí tó jọ àṣẹ tiẹ̀ ò lè dé ilẹ̀ Yorùbá Ṣèyí Mákindé ní òfin tó ń bẹ nínú constitution wọn ni wọ́n gbọ́dọ̀ tẹ̀lé ẹ̀yin ènìyàn mi ẹ jẹ́ á múra o ta ló lòfin ta ló ní constitution gangan ta ló ṣe é Fúlàní ẹ̀yin èèyàn mi mo tún máa fún yín ní fídíò kan tẹ́ tún máa wò ọ̀rọ̀ tí arákùnrin yìí sọ ń bẹ̀ tó bá jẹ́ pé irọ́ ló fi pa ẹ̀yin èèyàn mi ẹ fi sí abẹ́ comment section tó bá dẹ̀ pé òótọ́ la arákùnrin yìí sọ ẹ sọ sí abẹ́ comment section ẹ̀yin olólùfẹ́ mi mo kí yín o ẹ jẹ́ á múra o ẹ jẹ́ á gbáradì ẹ jẹ́ á gbáradì ẹ jẹ́ á gbáradì gbogbo ẹ̀yin èèyàn wa tí ẹ̀ ń bẹ ní ilẹ̀ Haúsá ẹ máa bọ̀ nílé o gbogbo ẹ̀yin èèyàn wa tí ẹ̀ ń bẹ ní ilẹ̀ Ìgbò ẹ máa bọ̀ nílé o àkókò ogun tá a ti ń pariwo kò sígbà tí ò ní ṣẹ́yọ kò sígbà tí ilẹ̀ Yorùbá ò ní bá àwọn ará Abí jagun kò sígbà táwọn ará Abí ò ní bá ilẹ̀ Yorùbá jagun nítorí pé wọ́n fẹ́ kọ́ńkà ilẹ̀ wa fún àjẹ́ndà Usman Dan Fodio tó ti là kalẹ̀ fún wọn ẹ̀yin èèyàn mi ẹ jẹ́ á múra o àwọn ará nọ́ọ̀tì àwọn Haúsá wọn ò múra wọn ò dẹ̀ fúnra òun ni wọ́n fi tètè gba ilẹ̀ wọn kíákíá o kó tó di pé wọ́n fúnra báyà wa iná la tún là wọ́n lójú torí the same thing tó gbé lọ sọ́hún náà tún fẹ́ gbé wá sí ilẹ̀ wa òun la fi ń bá wọn sọ̀rọ̀ òun la fi ń yarí òun la fi ń sọ pé kò sí tó jọ àwọn náà ti ń mọ bó ṣe ń lọ báyìí Arẹwà kì í ṣe àwọn Fúlàní ló ń pè fún o, Haúsá ló ní Àrẹwà o, àwọn ni wọ́n ń pè fún, kì í ṣe Fúlàní. Ẹ̀yin ènìyàn mi, mo bẹ̀ yín, mo rọ̀ yín, ẹ jẹ́ á dìde gírí, kó má bàa fi ilẹ̀ wa pàtàn, kí wọ́n má bàa fi ilẹ̀ wa pàtàn. Ìbẹ́ ti rí àwọn olóṣèlú, ṣe bẹ́ẹ̀ ti rí wọn, ohun tí Fúlàní, constitution tí Fúlàní kọ́ọ́lẹ̀, òun ni wọ́n tẹ̀lé. Sharia law ní ilẹ̀ wa, ẹ gbọ́dọ̀ ṣírí sí, ẹ gbọ́dọ̀, ẹni bá sọ pé kò ní dáa fún Muhammed báyìí, wọ́n á wà lọ, wọ́n á pa. Eléégún bá ń gbé eégún ẹ̀ báyìí, wọ́n á mọ̀ bí ìdílé eléégún yẹn ṣe máa parun, wọ́n á lọ jẹbẹ̀rún. At least tó bá pa gbogbo wọn nílé yẹn, ta ló tún fẹ́ gbé eégún jáde? Bí wọ́n ṣe máa finish everybody nìyẹn o. Mo sọ fún yín, ìwọ tó yẹ pé olóró ni ẹ, wọ́n á lọ lé ẹ, wọ́n á jẹ gbogbo orò àtòrò àtiwọ́, wọ́n á jẹ ẹ́ mọ́lẹ̀. Ṣé nígbà tó bá pa gbogbo ẹbí ẹ, ta lẹni tó tún fẹ́ gbòrò jáde? Ìwọ tó yẹ pé Ògún lẹ̀ ń bọ́nú lé yín, ẹ̀yin tẹ́ ẹ bọ̀ Ògún yẹn tí wọ́n ṣọ́ yín lọ tó lọ pa gbogbo yín mọ́lẹ̀, tí wọ́n waste yín dànù, ta lọmọ tó tún fẹ́ gbójúgbóyà pé ò fẹ́ gbógun jáde ńgbà tẹ́ tún padà gbọ́, àbí wọ́n tún gbé jáde gan, wọ́n tún publish ẹ̀ jáde pé anybody tá bá tún rí tó bá tún ṣògùn bá ṣe máa ṣe fún yín nìyẹn. Ṣé ẹ̀rù ò ní bà, ẹ̀rù ò ní bọ ọmọ náà pé irọ́ o, òun ò tí ì fẹ́ kú? Bí wọ́n ṣe máa finish everybody nìyẹn o. So bẹ̀tì lásìkò yìí tí gbogbo wa bá jọ fọwọ́sowọ́pọ̀, tá a bá jọ fi ohùn ṣọ̀kan, tí gbogbo wa jọ dìde lẹ́ẹ̀kan náà, tá a jọ dìde lẹ́ẹ̀kan náà sí àwọn ará bí, torí pé wọ́n ní àgbájọwọ́ òun la fi sọ̀yà o, àjòjì ọwọ́ kò gbẹ́rù dórí o. Tó o bá dúró nídúró pé ìwọ nìkan fẹ́ dá defend ara ẹ, o ṣera ẹ ní o. Àbí tó o bá dúró pé Sharia ò lè wọlé, Sharia ò lè wọlé, ohun tó lè mú kí Seyi Makinde sọ̀rọ̀ jáde lẹ́nu pé òfin Nàìjíríà ni, òun náà ni Ayédatiwa máa sọ o, òun ni gómìnà Èkìtì náà máa sọ o. Àwa yìí là ní gbà fún wọn o, torí àwa la fi wọ́n síbẹ̀, kì í ṣe constitution o, àwa la dìbò yàn wọ́n. So fún díẹ̀ yìí, ẹ̀yin ènìyàn mi, ẹ jẹ́ á dìde sọ̀rọ̀ ara wa o. Odò ń gbárèrè ilẹ̀ Yorùbá lọ o, ìjọ̀gbọ̀n lọ́tún wàhálà ló sì ní o. Mo fẹ́ kẹ́ ẹ mọ̀ pé àsìkò Tinubu yóò san everybody o, àwọn olóṣèlú àwọn ara wọn, olówó ara wọn tọ́jọ́ mọ̀ nípa ẹ̀ ló ń san o. Tẹ bá dẹ̀ wo àsìkò ẹ̀ yìí, ẹ rí pé ó terrible gidi gan, tí àsìkò ẹ̀ yìí tún worst jùgbà ti Buhari lọ o, ó worst gan. Àsìkò ẹ̀ báyìí náà fẹ́ gbalẹ̀ Yorùbá finally, tó fẹ́ fún wa ní, tó fẹ́ everybody ní final, wọ́n fẹ́ bá everybody gba final, torí wọ́n mọ̀ pé olówó àmbẹ̀ wọ́n kú fẹ́ gbá final lásìkò yìí. Ẹ̀yin èèyàn mi, ẹ má jẹ́ àgbà o, ẹ já dìde, ẹ já tún gbọ́ nǹkan tí arákùnrin sọ nínú fídíò yìí.
What we must understand is the Fulanis are intentional in their conquest.
Ẹ jọ bí fídíò yẹn
They
ṣe
can
ń
never be mistaken for it.
Kò lè.
And I'll give you a proof. The Fulanis are intentionally with Islam, jihadism,
Fídíò yẹn ṣe dorí kodò
conquest,
lóòbẹ̀ ní
conquering people,
láti-
taking people's land. They are not shying from it. El-Rufai, Bashir El-Rufai, the son of Nasir El-Rufai, who we can as well say he is Malam El-Rufai spokesperson, came out and said that any man that dares challenge a Fulani man will be unalived. What we
Mo fẹ́ kẹ́ ẹ mọ̀ pé àwọn aráabí, àwọn ló ní Nàìjíríà o, gbogbo nǹkan tó bá dẹ̀ ṣe àṣegbé ni. So àwa la gbọ́dọ̀ dìde lẹ́yìn tẹ́ ẹ̀ ń pera yín pé wọ́n Nàìjíríà, mo fẹ́ kẹ́ ẹ mọ̀ pé wọ́n Nàìjíríà wà fún yín o, Fúlàní ló ní Nàìjíríà. Ó ti yé?
must understand is the Fulanis are intentional in their conquest. They can never be mistaken for it. And I'll give you a proof. The Fulanis are intentionally with Islam, jihadism, conquest, conquering people, taking people's land. They are not shying from it. El-Rufai, Bashir El-Rufai, the son of Nasir El-Rufai, who we can as well say he is Malam El-Rufai spokesperson, came out and said that any man that dares challenge a Fulani man will be unalived.
Ẹ̀yin èèyàn mi, ìdí tá a gbọ́dọ̀ fi dìde ni
He
mo
said
sọ yìí
this
o.
and he mentioned a specific region in this country. He said Southern Kaduna will be wiped out because they continue to kill to unalive Fulani elders.
And he was not called for questioning.
I have told you that these people are intentional. And they became intentional the very first day Usman Danfodio stepped his foot into Nigeria. In 1804, he told them, he gave them a marching order. He said, listen, Nigeria is your estate. So therefore, you must take power. When the British were about to go, the British saw the intentionality of the Fulanis. He said, listen, guys, you have to occupy the Nigerian military, you have to occupy the Nigerian Air Force, you have to occupy the Nigerian police force. Because we know that you people are intentional about power. Have you checked the records? Before you count one Yoruba man, you don't count 10 Fulani man. Before you count one Igbo man, you don't count 30 Fulani man. So when 30 elders who are uneducated on a large scale, but wielding an AK-47, tell me what your pen wants to do.
And you want
They're going to buy you finish before you go talk, say you be educated man. The Nigeria contraption has been tailored, fashioned, okay, to benefit these people. And that is why a man has just been sentenced to death. You know his offense? A Fulani man with a cattle invaded his farm. He saw the man, he said, "Kai, what did they do for there? You didn't chop my corn." He started fighting the guy. Then the Fulani man brought out a cutlass. As he wanted to cut the guy's head, the guy dodged it, collected the cutlass in self-defense, unalive the Fulani man. All of this was well taped and recorded. The Nigerian judiciary system said that that guy should not have defended himself. That if at all, he should have run away, allowed those cattle to eat the corn. When you ask me questions like this, it only shows that you, as a follower of Biafra, should never relax. You should understand that when you begin to challenge the Fulani hegemony, there's only one fate that awaits you. Total annihilation. The Southern Kaduna people know what they saw in the last 8 years of Nasir El-Rufai and Muhammad Buhari. They know what they felt and what they got in Middle Belt. The Benue and the Plateau people, the Lantang, the Bokos, all of them, they ran. Fulani men were now renaming their villages. Villages that were bearing Christ is the Lord. They changed it to Uthman, they changed it to Muslims' names. And the Nigeria as a republic is helpless. You asked me a question, you said, is Bashir El-Rufai, has he been apprehended? Who won't touch him? Say na the Fulani brother where the police won't go arrest him. Or say na the Tinubu wey be say na Fulani man put am into position, won't say, oh yeah, go and arrest him. We have to be clear. Nigeria belongs to the Fulanis, for the Fulanis and by the Fulanis. When the Fulani man does one and goes away with it, don't try, you a Yoruba man or an Igbo man, don't try and do half. In this same country, they tell you that a repentant bandit, Lakurawa, ISWAP, has higher chances to become the president.
Which is a Fulani terror group.
You know. It is now their trade in stock. Nobody follow them drag them. As nobody they follow people and drag spare parts. Right now, banditry kidnapping is for the Fulanis. In the last 10 years, one of the most lucrative sector in this country is being run by the Fulani elders, which is what? Kidnapping, banditry, insurgency, gun runnings. That they said the soldier came, the army, a general came, he said, a Fulani man, we don't have to buy them, you know. All we have to do is just demilitarize them, we rehabilitate them, then we can reintegrate them back into the Nigerian soldiers. In fact, we can still put them into the Nigerian politics, wherein they become the Nigerian president before a Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, who has never wielded a gun in his life. Before a person like you and I, So what I tell you is that as you and I are, if you go into the political arena, a repeated bandit, we don't buy so many people, they go vote for them.
Now, considering the movements and coalition by the eastern and southwestern governors to forge a common front to fight this ISWAP and the terrorist influx in the southwest, could it be said that it is a failed attempt since people under their watch is being rounded up and killed, several communities sacked? I mean, what exactly does it mean? There is no hope for the Yoruba nation?
Well, talking of, limiting these conversations to the Western region is a disservice to the collective suffering of the Southerners. And when I'm talking about the Southerners, I mean the Niger Deltans.
Yes, even the southeast. See what is happening in most recent time.
Even in the south.
Women are being raped.
Some women came out in Ebonyi and Enugu State specifically to protest heavily that Fulani are raping them. In the Ondo, the Fulanis have come out to emphatically state that the forest of Oyo belongs to them. It is their ancestral rights now.
Oh my God.
That nobody can recover it.
He
He got to a point where Makinde said that, hey, these bandits are just 8 kilometers away from where I am residing. He went to commission a road around KOGUN, Barapa. These are places that share boundaries with Ilorin and all that. Then the bandits were just 8 kilometers away. He had to run. He couldn't commission that road. What does that tell you? This is beyond whether the Yorubas, but again, I understand where you are going, because the leaders of the Yorubas political structure are myopic people. Likewise, people like Peter Mba, Francis Nwafuru, so people like Uzodimma. Likewise, people who are in the Niger Delta, okay, they are all being, they have been manipulated by these Fulani people. I don't know how they do it, but it is so sad that we in the South, we claim that we're educated. You and I can agree, right? We know that these people are not supposed to be worked with. The Yorubas pride themselves to be the most educated people, which I have been questioning for the past 2 years. I have done so many programs on your channel that I question my Yorubas who could be listening to me that are we truly the most educated? Because we are not acting what we say, but that's aside. Despite our level of education, how come these people who are charlatans, who are non-entities, who are destitute, who are illiterate on a massive scale, they cannot compose one paragraph?
Majority of them, but not all.
Yeah, majority of them. Yet they rule over us. It is unthinkable for me. It is more like a spell. Because these guys, when we catch them, when we unveil the mask, it is a full animal. Not on one occasion, on multi occasions. Not 1, not 10, not 20. Nnamdi Kanu said it. The Fulani man responded that anybody that releases Mazi Nnamdi Kanu has committed treason against the Fulanis. You know what that means? Do you know what that means? That anybody that released Nnamdi Kanu has committed treason against Fulanis, not against Nigeria. It means that the Fulanis comes first before the Nigerian Republic. Thank you very much.
Sorry, before you leave, that
ẹ̀yin èèyàn mi, ọ̀rọ̀ lẹ gbọ́ yẹn. Fúlàní ló ní Nàìjíríà. Kí ló wá ló dé tá a fi bá wọn gbé ń bẹ̀? Wọ́n ń pa wá every blessed day. Àwọn ló ń rúlù lé wa lórí. Wọ́n wọnú gbó wa à lè ṣe ohunkóhun. Self defence ti di pé kó lọ yẹgi fún ẹni tó defend ara ẹ̀. Ẹ̀yin èèyàn mi, ẹ jẹ́ ká jọ fọwọ́sowọ́pọ̀ ká kúrò ní Nàìjíríà. Ẹ jẹ́ á padà sílé. Tá a bá padà sílé, Fúlàní ò lè lágbára lórí wa. Wọn ò lè pàṣẹ fún wa. Wọn ò lè ráàyè lórí ilẹ̀ wa. Wọn ò ní lè máa pa wá bọ́n ṣe ń pa wá yìí. Iṣẹ́ àgbẹ̀ ni iṣẹ́ ilẹ̀ wa. Wọn ò jẹ́ káwọn àgbẹ̀ ó lọ oko mọ́. Ebi pọ̀ nílùú, gbogbo nǹkan bàjẹ́. ẹ̀yin èèyàn mi ẹ já fọwọ́sowọ́pọ̀ ká gbára wálẹ̀. Arákùnrin yẹn ní ó láwa la mọ̀wé jù káàkiri àgbáyé, àwa la lọ́pọlọ jù, bẹ́ẹ̀ náà ni, ṣùgbọ́n ẹ jẹ́ ká lò ó sí àsìkò tó yẹ ká lò fún. Ẹ já dìde ọmọ aládé, ẹ já gbára wa lọ́wọ́ Fúlàní, ẹ já gbára wa sílẹ̀ lọ́wọ́ Sharia. Ọba mi Èdùmàrè á dúró tì wá o. Gbogbo àpapọ̀ ọmọ Yorùbá, àwa sọ wípé a ò fẹ́ Sharia ní ilẹ̀ wa, ṣùgbọ́n ẹ dìde ẹ̀yin ènìyàn wa, ẹ jájọ ṣiṣẹ́ yìí láṣepọ̀ kí Fúlàní má bàa gba ilẹ̀ lọ́wọ́ wa, ká má bàa fi ilẹ̀ wa pàtàn. Wọ́n ti dúró ní bùbá o, wọ́n bẹ nínú igbó wa káàkiri, kí ọba mi Èdùmàrè kó gbà wá o. Ẹ̀yin èèyàn mi, a ò ní rétò yìí jù báyìí lọ. Ẹ ṣé mo dúpẹ́ o, ẹ bá mi share ètò yìí. Ọba mi Èdùmàrè á mú gbogbo adé ilẹ̀ lérí wa o. Mega rally wa tó ń bọ̀, Olódùmarè á ya ọjọ́ náà sí mímọ́ o. Ẹ ṣé mo dúpẹ́. Ẹ jẹ́ ká fọwọ́sowọ́pọ̀, ẹ jẹ́ àjọ ṣe o, gbogbo ọmọ Yorùbá kó lè tùbà, kó lè tùṣẹ́. Ó dàárọ̀. A ó tún pàdé lọ́la lágbára Elédùmarè. Ẹ ṣé mo dúpẹ́.
Oníkápọ̀wọ́pọ̀ kájọ ṣe ní Seyi, kò sí Nàìjíríà mọ́ o. Nàìjíríà.
Yorùbá nation ló lè ṣe, Odùduwà nation ló lè ṣe, kí ìlú kó lè túbà kó lè túṣẹ́, Odùduwà nation ló lè ṣe, kí ìlú kó lè túbà kó lè túṣẹ́, Yorùbá nation ló lè ṣe. Kàmárò náà kàmárò jẹ́jẹ́ ni.
Yorùbá nation ló lè ṣe.
Oúnjẹ ó wálẹ̀, òǹgèrè á máa lọ ní lemọ́lemọ́.
Yorùbá nation ló lè ṣe.
Ìlú á máa tòrò, ìlú á máa dùn sí ni.
Yorùbá nation ló lè ṣe.
Ẹ jẹ́ ká jáde síta ká jà fẹ́tọ́ wa.
Yorùbá nation ló lè ṣe.
Gbogbo ọmọ Yorùbá pátápátá.
Yorùbá nation ló lè ṣe.
Tó ń bẹ lórílẹ̀‐èdè àti diaspora.
Yorùbá nation ló lè ṣe.
Ẹ jẹ́ ká gbà tẹ̀ wá.
Yorùbá nation ló lè ṣe.
Ọ̀rọ̀ yóò ṣọ̀rọ̀ bàbá mi Sunday Igboho nìkan lásán.
Yorùbá nation ló lè ṣe.
Ọ̀rọ̀ Yorùbá lápapọ̀ tá a mú wá bí.
Yorùbá nation ló lè ṣe.
Gbogbo ọba tó ń gbẹ nílẹ̀ Yorùbá pátápátá.
Yorùbá nation.
Ẹ dákun ẹ ti olóyè Sunday Igboho lẹ́yìn.
Yorùbá nation.
Gbogbo àwọn jagunjagun tó ń bẹ nílẹ̀ Yorùbá pátápátá.
Yorùbá nation.
Ẹ jẹ́ ká ti Sunday Igboho lẹ́yìn.
Yorùbá nation ló lè ṣe.
Gbogbo àwọn pásítọ̀ pátápátá.
Yorùbá nation ló lè ṣe.
Ẹ jẹ́ ká ti Sunday Igboho lẹ́yìn.
Yorùbá nation ló lè ṣe.
Gbogbo àwọn lè mọ́mọ́ àtàfà wa pátápátá.
Yorùbá nation ló lè ṣe.
Ẹ jẹ́ ká ti Sunday Igboho lẹ́yìn. Yoruba nation. Gbogbo
kò sí Nàìjíríà mọ́ Nàìjíríà ó ti kú tipátipá láti 2014 láti pé 100 years. Ìmọ̀ràn tí mo fẹ́ fún àwọn tó wà láti ìdílé náà ní pé wọ́n ní gbogbo ilẹ̀ Yorùbá tó kù sí ìyà tó jẹ wọ́n lórílẹ̀-èdè Nàìjíríà ó ti kó àkókò ti ti kó.
ó bá jẹ́ president ló sọ bẹ́ẹ̀ pẹ̀lẹ́ Yorùbá ò sí báyìí náà wọ́n lẹ́gbàá.
Ó yẹ kí a padà síbi tí a ti
ó bá jábọ̀ sílẹ̀ lórílẹ̀ Yorùbá ò sí tọ́jú ìgbà báyìí náà wọ́n lẹ́gbàá. ó bá jábọ̀
Oṣà ẹ bá mi kí bàbá wa àrólé bàbá tẹ́ńtẹ̀.
bàbá wa àrólé túwọ́lé mo kí yín o ọmọ yín wá sọ̀rọ̀ mo kí yín o
báyìí náà wọ́n lẹ́gbàá.
iṣẹ́ yín tẹ̀síwájú àwọn náà ti kí lo àjẹjú yín ọba mi òkè tó dúró tì yín àgbà nígbàdà lẹ́yìn yín
àṣẹ
fún agbára yín
àṣẹ.
Yoruba nation no going back. Bí wọ́n fẹ́ bí wọ́n kọ̀ àwa la máa borí wọn.